NFL on CBS. Today's game is sponsored by the Miller Brewing Company, brewers of Miller High Life. If you've got the time, we've got the beer. Ford Motor Company, building tomorrow's cars today. And by Sperry, we understand how important it is to listen.
Welcome to the Silverdome in Pontiac, Michigan for this afternoon's NFL matchup, the Washington Redskins and the Detroit Lions. Hi, everybody. I'm Frank Lieber along with Sonny Jurgensen, and neither of these clubs wants to be 0-2 after today, but in all likelihood, somebody's going to be.
Well, the Redskins are a team searching for an identity, and 0-2 isn't the identity that they're looking for. And they would really like to be rewarded for some of the hard work they've been doing with a little success. I think the Lions, on the other hand, are a team that's suffering from the shock value of losing all the players they have, and they want to get back to playing the football they're capable of.
Lions not in good shape physically. Redskins, on the other hand, are very healthy, and we're ready now for the opening kickoff of this afternoon's game. Redskins won the toss of the coin, elected to receive. It'll be Benny Ricardo, number 1. The place-kicking specialist for the Detroit Lions doing his number. Hardeman is deep, along with Clarence Harmon. Buddy Hardeman at the 20, 30, up across the 30 to the 40-yard line. It was Ricardo who made the tackle. This guy's turned into quite a kick returner.
Well, a great start for the Redskins. Get good field position out to about the 41-yard line. This is what they like, and he has been. Every kick he's touched so far, he's almost broken it.
The Washington offensive lineup. Theismann, Riggins, and Benny Malone in the backfield. Thompson was in motion. John Riggins taking the handoff, and he is upended at the line of scrimmage by Dave Gallagher, number 71, the former New York Giant. Take a look now at the Detroit defense. There's the front four. Gallagher has replaced John Woodcock, who is out for the year with a back injury. 2 rookies among the linebacking crew. And the Detroit defensive secondary. Ken Ellis is the new face in there. Second down. Loss of a yard on the play. It's 11 needed for the Redskins. Theismann over the middle to Riggins at the 40, 45. And John Riggins has a first down at the Detroit Lions. 48-yard line. Hunter coming up from the secondary, number 28, to make the stop.
Good smart call, Frank. Watch John Riggins. He sits in there to block, and then he just a little check down pattern. Theismann very wisely. Everyone was covered, and he drops it off to John. John, good hard running, picks up the first down.
Hunter has been moved from the corner position to the free safety to this year to take advantage of his great speed. 1st and 10, Redskins from the 48-yard line. Washington coming out in that full house backfield and then setting Ricky Thompson in motion. This time Malone. Couple of yards at most to the 46. This telecast is presented by authority of the National Football League. It's intended for the private use of our audience, and any rebroadcast or other use of this telecast without the express written consent of the Detroit Lions and the National Football League is prohibited. Second down, 9 for the Redskins with the ball at the 47-yard line of Detroit.
Well, I'm sure Washington would like to get on the board in a hurry, get ahead of the Lions, and force them to put the ball up.
Both wide receivers to the left side. Theismann handing to Malone. He's at the 45, and Benny is down to the 43-yard line. Before he's dropped by the Lions, Ken Ellis, number 48.
Good safe call. Came back to the same call. They ran the play before that, Frank.
3rd down and 4 needed for the first down. Redskins have the ball at the 43-yard line of Detroit. Opening moments of the ball game. 5th defensive back comes into the lineup for the Detroit Lions. Theismann, good protection. Now he's in trouble. English has a shot at him. Theismann at the 50 to the 45 and run out of bounds. Short of the first down at the 43-yard line. John Brooks, number 53, rookie linebacker, finally ran him out of bounds.
I was kind of surprised that Joe rolled out to his left that time. A little sprint out type pass, but he sprinted to the man that gave him a lot of trouble last year, And of course, that's Al Baker over there. Looks like he would be sprinting away from his side.
So punting situation for Detroit. Leonard Thompson, number 39, is back deep, along with Ken Callicutt, number 31. Mike Bragg to do the punting for the Redskins, standing on his own 42, angling for the near side coffin corner. And Callicutt watching it sail over his head and out of bounds. Looks like inside the 10. Let's see where they mark it. They're very close to it. I believe they'll mark it at the 8-yard line. A 34-yard boot, but it's where he kicked it that counts. So the Lions take over offensively for the first time. This is the way their offensive line shapes up. Keith Dorney, the number 1 draft pick, right tackle out of Penn State. The receivers, Gene Washington, the veteran, getting a start in place of Luther Blue, who is benched. And at fullback, Bo Robinson, a rookie, replaces Horace King. Jeff Comlow out of Delaware. And I imagine he's going to be sticking pretty much on the ground today, as much as he can, as Dexter Bussey carried out to the 14-yard line. Let's take a look at the Redskins defense right now. Here's the front four, little change there.
Yes, they got Lort starting in place of Joe Jones, expecting the Lions to run the ball a lot, along with Butts Talbert and Coy Bacon. Dusick, Hover, and Malott, 2 rookie linebackers also there. Very good secondary with Mark Murphy coming in and taking the place of Jake Scott.
Each team starting 2 rookie linebackers. Second down 4. Lions from their 14-yard line. Dusty trying to go over the top that time. Stopped short of the first down at the 19-yard line. Take a look at it.
Watch this, right over the top. He was trying to get all he could out of the play. Dexter Bussey going up. Don Hover in on the play, along with Brad Dusick, getting a lot of help. Also, Carl Lorch coming in there making a play. The first 2 plays the Lions have run, Frank, have been at Rich Malott and Don Hover.
He got just enough for the first down. Officials spot the ball at the Detroit 19-yard line. Comlow, we mentioned on the pregame show, went to high school in the Washington area. Bo Robinson, rookie running back out of West Texas State. And one of their top draft picks, carries to the 26 for a pickup of 7. Hover and Murphy making the stop.
This is a change also. Bo Robinson getting a start from West Texas State, coming in for Horace King, who's been the fullback. I think they want a little bigger back in there. Robinson at going about 225 gives them a little more strength.
He broke a lot of the West Texas State rushing records held by Dwayne Thomas and Mercury Morris and Rocky Thompson. And I think with excellent credentials. 2nd and 3. Bussey trying to pick his way around the 30. He does. And the Lions, as I recall, ran well by the Redskins last year.
They did, and last week, and I was thinking just when they started back on their 8-yard line, that this wasn't the type of place that Monty Clark wanted this young quarterback Jeff Comlow to start in. But he has 2 first downs and has yet to put the ball up. They did run well last year against the Redskins, and it looks like that's exactly what they want to do today.
Monty Clark is shuttling Leonard Thompson and Gene Washington with the plays from the bench. 1st and 10, Lions at their 29. Still sticking on the ground. It is Dexter Bussey to the 31, pickup of 2 that time, jammed up by the middle of the Redskins defensive line. It'll be 2nd down 8. Oklowitz was in the ball game, made the stop.
Yeah, they made a little change. They've gone to that 34 defense. They expected to see some of this if Washington if the Lions just wanted to run, and they put Oklowitz and Hover in the middle, and they got Malott and Dusick on the outside.
Thompson wide to the right side. Scott in the slot. The handoff. Robinson tries the left side and pulls his way up to the 34. That'll set up 3rd down. That's still 6 needed for the first down, so he may go to the air.
Kind of a historic pass coming up here. Looks like it's a situation you got 3rd and about 6 to go, and this young man's could be his first throw in professional football in a league game.
3rd down.
You think he'll put it up?
I think he'll put it up, don't you? You got to sooner or later, don't you?
You got to.
There's Monty Clark, former All-Pro lineman with the Cleveland Browns. Don Shula's right-hand man at Miami, and of course head coach at San Francisco. Quick pass to David Hill, the tight end. First down, Lions at the 46. Mark Murphy, number 29, making the stop. David Hill, their Pro Bowl tight end, one of the more underrated tight ends in the game.
Boy, good safe pass and a good read by Jeff Comlow. Redskins going inside and outside on Hill. You see the first man to hit him was Mark Murphy. The middle linebacker had gone weak, and very wisely, he just took the little looky pass. Smart play.
12-yard pickup on the play, and a Lion first down at the 46. Dexter Bussey across the 50, 45. Murphy from behind at the 35-yard line. First down, Detroit. They're rolling.
Boy, he really gets a block out of number 36, Bo Robinson right here. Bussey follows him well. You see if he just missed him. He made the block there. He gets outside. Murphy has to chase him down from behind.
Obviously, the Lions saw that Houston had little difficulty running against the Redskins last week. They're doing the same thing. That was good for 20. First down. 34-yard line of the Redskins. Rick Kane, number 32, is coming in running back. That's Kane to the 30, to the 25, and down to the 24. Hard-running veteran. Oklowicz making the stop at the 24-yard line. That'll be very close to another first down.
Just remember where this drive started, back on their own 8-yard line, and they're down to the 24-yard line right now. Very impressive drive.
Referee Gene Barth and his crew handling the ball game this afternoon here at the Silverdome. Just one pass so far by the rookie quarterback. They've moved it on the ground against the Redskins. Second down, less than a yard. Ball is at the 24 of Washington. Straight handoff and a big hole up the middle. Bo Robinson, the fullback, picks up the first down at the 16-yard line. They're tearing big holes in that defensive line.
That offensive line of the Lions is doing an excellent job coming off the ball. They're running at will right now. And the Redskins have given them a couple of different looks. They went to the 34 to try to confuse them a little bit. That didn't seem to work, and they've gone back to their four-man rush now. But they're just coming off the ball doing a job. Nothing fancy.
Gene Washington wide to the left side. Scott in the slot inside of him. I think there's his first rookie mistake. Now, the preliminary indication we got is illegal motion against the Lions. I thought maybe the 32nd ran down on him.
Well, both teams last week, Frank, beat themselves with mistakes in the game. The Lions made all their mistakes very early. The Redskins made some late in the game.
Illegal motion is the call against the Lions. It costs them 5, so move it back to the 21-yard line. We'll see if we can pick that up for you.
See if that right guard moves. Watch the man. Looks like the fullback flinches a little bit.
Back to live action. First down 15 from the Redskin 21-yard line. Dexter Bussey throws his body into the middle. Takes it inside the 20 down to the 18-yard line. Dave Butts, number 65. On the bottom of the pile for the Redskins, who are in white. In case you're wondering, behind Comlow at quarterback, the Lions have Scott Hunter, who they got 2 weeks ago from Atlanta on waivers, and Jerry Goldstein, the former New York Giant quarterback they picked up just this week. 2nd and 12. Detroit at the Redskin 18. No score early in the game. Comlow looking for 6. Intended for Gene Washington and knocked down by Joe Lavender, number 20.
Well, that was almost picked off, too. He was very late throwing the football in. Could have been picked off, and he had open field in front of him.
3rd down.
You might wonder, and Redskin fans might wonder, why the Lions wouldn't be interested in your friend Mr. Kilmer in the situation that they're in.
I don't think Billy was contacted. I'm not sure that he wanted to play or not.
3rd down 12. Redskins dig it in, trying to hold the Lions. Again to Hill over the middle, but not enough for the first down. Tackled at the 12 by Mark Murphy. And that, of course, sets up a field goal situation for Benny Ricardo, who was third in scoring in the league last year. Fine hand for the Lions offense and the young quarterback, Comlo particularly. We have less than a capacity crowd here. This place holds about 80,000, and they're expecting about 60. The punter, Swider, is the holder, and here's Ricardo from the 17, which will make it a 27-yard try. It's good. Lions are first on the scoreboard with 4 minutes and 17 seconds left to play in the opening period. It's Detroit 3, Washington nothing.
Sorry. I said we are not interested in their proposal.
The meeting is next Thursday, Bill.
60 long tons on September. Fredericks, are you listening to me?
If there's one thing you should remember about this deal...
Not knowing how to listen has cost American business billions of dollars. Well, as one of the world's major corporations, we at Sperry are doing something about it. We've set up extensive listening programs that Sperry employees worldwide can take part in. And when you do business with Sperry Univac or any of our other divisions, you're going to discover that Sperry listens like no one you've ever done business with.
80,000! I said 8,000! No!
Sperry, we understand how important it is to listen.
Ricardo getting ready to kick off. It's a pretty impressive drive, Sonny.
It was. They moved the ball on the ground well. I think one of the reasons, Frank, is because Redskins are using very basic defenses to try to help their young linebackers.
Lions used up almost 8 minutes on the clock in that drive. 4:17 left in the opening period as Ricardo kicks off. This one coming down to the Redskins short man, Harris. Tripped up as he crossed the 20-yard line. Tonight on CBS, another hard-hitting edition of 60 Minutes. After the U.S. Open tennis action, then Archie and Edith Bunker keep the comedy coming on All in the Family. And be sure and join Bonnie Franklin for One Day at a Time. And you'll see why when you're looking at CBS, you're looking good.
Looking good, huh?
You like that slogan?
I do.
I didn't make it up. Somebody else beat me to it. 1st and 10, Redskins at their own 21-yard line. Second offensive possession of the afternoon, and Theismann hands it to Riggins, and there's not much there. John Brooks, number 53, making the stop for the Detroit Lions. I saw you before the game saying hi to all the walking wounded of the Lions out there, saying, how's your back, how's your knee, how's your leg?
Well, I tell you, you could really do it because Garrett Danielson and Woodcock and Sladany and Walt Williams is out. They have really been decimated by a number of injuries. 2nd and 8. Washington at its own 22-yard line. Ricky Thompson in motion. Theismann hands to Riggins. Sweeps the left side. Drags a couple of tacklers across the 25 up to the 27-yard line. It'll be 3rd down. They need 3 for the first. Got a first quarter score here in New Orleans, leading Green Bay 3-0. I don't believe it's Tony Galbraith kicked a field goal.
Erxleben has a bad leg.
He's out, so they're letting
He's
Galbraith
out.
kick field goals.
They're letting Galbraith kick field goals today.
Erxleben may not get his job back.
He
huh?
may not. 3rd down. Redskins need a little less than 3 for the first down. Ball is at their 27-yard line. Washington has picked up 1 first down in the game so far. Harmon. That should be good for the first at the 32-yard line. He runs nice.
That's a young man that every time he comes into the game, he really makes things happen. You see, it's kind of a little delayed handoff, kind of a crossing draw pattern. He comes across, good block on Cole. He ducks in enough for the first down.
They call the front 4 of the Detroit Lions the Silver Rush. You know, they were second last year in sacks in the NFL to the Dallas Cowboys. At 55, led by a fantastic rookie defensive end, Al Baker. There's Theismann pitching to Malone. across the 35 to the 37. Gallagher, number 71, making the stop. Hey, with all the injuries they've had, John Woodcock, as we said, is a regular defensive tackle. He hurt his back, had to have an operation in preseason, so they brought in Cleveland Elam, pretty good ball player from San Francisco, so he breaks his hand. So now he's out. They got one backup defensive lineman, and he's a former tight end, played tight end last year.
William Gay, he's 6'4", 240, and they moved him over there because they just needed somebody. Says he's doing a pretty good job.
And he was Bill Gay when he was a tight end. Now he's William as a defender. Riggins. Stopped by the Lions at about the line of scrimmage. Jones, number 46, making the stop. Jets in New England are in the first period of their ball game. New England.
Yeah, New England's up ahead of them 7-0 now. First quarter score. 49-yard pass. Harold Jackson. Giants are leading the Cardinals. How about that? First quarter score, 7-0.
Third down. Again, the Redskins need 3 for the first down with the ball at their 39. They trail 3-0 late in the first period. Joe Theismann, good protection. Joe's going to run for it, and he's got the first down and some change as he goes out of bounds at the Washington 47-yard line.
Well, he's got great quickness. He didn't see anybody open, and that's 2 times he's been back to throw the football down the field, and both times elected to run with the thing.
Does he have a tendency, you think, to take off perhaps sooner than he should?
I think they've tried to work on Joe with that. He has tried to work on it himself to stay in the pocket, hang in there as long as he can, try to read the pattern and throw the football. He does like to run. He has the ability to run with it.
First and 10. Redskins at their 47. We're in the final minute of play in the opening period here at the Silverdome in Pontiac, Michigan. Theismann. Well, I'll tell you one thing. He had a cinch reception there to Danny Buggs if Charlie Weaver, number 59, wouldn't have got his hands on the football. CBS Sports Spectacular starts a new season next Saturday. Lineup of some of the events you'll see. Howard Davis against Termite Watkins. Fine boxing match from Houston. The Italian Grand Prix and the U.S. Amateur Roller Skating Championships from Fort Worth. I know you're a big roller skating fan.
Oh, yes. Where are they skating to? Oklahoma?
I don't know where they're going. Understand you skate up and down Virginia.
Oh, yeah. You have to. That's a big thing in Washington.
That's very big. Second and 10. Redskins at their 47. Riggins up the middle. Crosses the 50 to the 48-yard line of the Detroit Lions.
Some good blocking at the point of attack. Watch Bob Cazillo coming off. Good block on Doug English by Ron Saul. You see Weaver, the linebacker, coming over. First man to make contact. Terry Hermeling couldn't quite cut him off.
Riggins coming off a year where he gained 1,014 yards. Third down. Long 5 needed for the first down. Crowd comes alive here in the Silverdome. Redskins at the 48-yard line of Detroit. Blitz is on. Theismann gets it away. Completes it for the first down to Fugit at the 38-yard line.
Boy, he made a real good throw there. Strong throw. Little turn-in pattern. This is what Theismann's really been working hard on. He hangs in there. You see the rush by English. He steps right in and throws the ball under pressure and hits Fugit on a turn-in.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score, the Detroit Lions 3, the Washington Redskins 0.
It's official. Ford's answer to rebates, the largest incentives ever available to its dealers. The biggest clearance offer in Ford history just got bigger. See your Ford dealer and discover how many hundreds of dollars you can save on new trimmer LTDs, Mustang pace car replicas, elegant Thunderbirds, tough V8 pickups, vans, Broncos, Rancheros. Compare the total Ford deal with any other. You may well find it's the best value overall.
It's my best motor oil, Sunoco Special. Heck, you can take this 10W40 grade, do a lot of hard driving, and it'll stay a 40 grade. Now that's an oil you can count on.
I can be very friendly, yes I can. Catch you with kindness, that's my plan. Give you every courtesy, that's what friendly is to me. I can be very friendly, very friendly.
Yes, I can.
New this fall, catch California Fever, when every day is sun and fun and every night is something else. Jimmy McNichol and Mark McClure star in California Fever.
Frank Lieber with Sonny Jurgensen at the Pontiac Silverdome. Redskins on the move as we start the second period. They have a first down at the Detroit Lions' 38-yard line. Joe Theismann at the throttle. Benny Malone picking his way across the line of scrimmage inside the 35 down to the 32. Eddie Cole, number 50, makes the stop for Detroit.
What about this score? The St. Louis Cardinals are now behind the New York Giants 14-0. Giants got an interception for their second touchdown, 31-yard interception by Ernie Jones. And New England's leading the Jets 14-0. Pittsburgh 7, Houston 0.
That's a big game. Second down, 5. Redskins from the 33 of the Lions. Harmon looked like that time he might have had better luck had he gone outside.
Looked like he started outside. Charlie Weaver took a real outside move there to force him back in. See Theismann back, just a direct handoff. You'll see Weaver shoot it. Number 59 was Weaver, shot outside to force the play back to the inside to the pursuit.
Third down, less than a yard. Very close for the first down for the Redskins at the Detroit 28-yard line. Washington trailing by a score of 3-0. Redskins with 2 tight ends in there. Warren is in there now to John Fugit. Riggins gets the call and gets the first down and a lot more as he carries to the 15-yard line. A pickup of 13 on the play. Eddie Cole, number 50, makes the stop.
Well, John Riggins had the presence this time, trying to go for the first down, but he saw some daylight and cuts back on the play. Beats a tackle there, picks up more than the first down, takes the ball down to about the 15-yard line.
So the Redskins marching, the nose of the ball spotted just out the side, the 16. Ricky Thompson to the left side, Bugs to the right, Riggins again on the carry, and Riggins reaches the 10. Puts him over the 30-yard mark, rushing for the afternoon. He lost a shoe in the process.
He did the same thing he did on the other play. Good piece of cutback running. The offensive line sustaining their block, staying on their feet, running through the people allows him to cut back, even though the play was designed to go outside.
Second down, 4 needed for the first down. That's a first period score. Steelers over the Oilers.
Randy Thornton just on a little short run, 1 yard for the touchdown.
A lot of moving around by that Detroit defense. Malone juked to the inside, tried to take it out, got a couple of yards to the 8. Doug Jones, number 46, on the stop for the Lions.
He made a good play then, playing off his block, trying to turn Malone back inside to make the play then.
Theismann didn't throw it much last week against the Oilers, passed only 14 times. Picked up
3. 2 of them were good for touchdowns, though. They picked their spots. They really didn't have the ball a lot. Something a little mix-up on the play that came in because Theismann called timeout.
So he'll go over and talk about it with head coach Jack Pardee. We have 12:03 left in the first half. Lions lead it 3-0.
30 years ago, on a hot summer's day, your father taught you how to dig for clams. Now that it's a job, the sun seems hotter and the day longer, but the clams taste just as sweet. And now comes Miller time. Time to head for the best tasting beer you can find. America's quality beer, Miller High Life.
If you've got the time, we've got the beer, Miller Beer.
Ever since American Airlines flew the first passenger jet across this country, we've been bringing people closer together. And now, with the Super Saver fares we pioneered, you can save 40 or 50% all over American's America. From Albany to Albuquerque, from Nashville to Knoxville, from sea to shining sea.
We're American Airlines, doing what we do best.
As we head back to action, it'll be 3rd down and 3 for the Redskins at the 8-yard line. of the Detroit Lions. Redskins trailing 3-0. Lion defense digging in. Theismann back to throw it. Protection is good. He's got a touchdown. Fine strike to Ricky Thompson.
Well, what a catch he made, and a great throw by Joe Theismann. Watch this. He goes back, gets good protection here. Thompson runs it out and comes back around the defender and makes a diving catch. He had circled the defender then, came all the way around him to make the catch.
So the Redskins capture the lead 6-3, and Mosley on to try the extra point. Theismann will hold.
Whatever he found out during the timeout certainly was the right play, wasn't it?
Absolutely. It's good.
It is good.
11:57 now left to play in the first half. Fine drive by the Washington Redskins, who lead the Lions now 7-3.
Radio Shack has slashed the price on one of our top-of-the-line stereo systems. Right now, save $310 on this impressive realistic hi-fi. You get this quality AM/FM stereo receiver, a pair of realistic tower speakers, and this precision belt drive turntable, all for only $579. A great entertainment bargain and a beautiful addition to your home. The sale-priced realistic stereo system, just $579, only at Radio Shack, a Tandy company.
This baby's been from Maine to Malibu, but I don't let her go nowhere without the treatment.
This is no car, this is a legend. And you better believe I give her the treatment.
STP oil treatment. Since 1964, over 500 million cans have been sold. No other brand even comes close. So do what millions do. Give your car the treatment from STP.
This sweetheart gets a treat, and this sweetheart gets the treatment.
Following the game, CBS Sports presents live coverage of the finals of the U.S. Open Tennis Championships. You'll say you saw it on CBS Sports.
A unique football tennis doubleheader on CBS this afternoon with the finals of the U.S. Open Tennis Championships from Flushing Meadow coming up next.
Boy, that's going to be some final.
Got an all-New York final on the men's side. Geraldinus and McEnroe, and of course, Chris Evert-Lloyd against Tracy Austin. On the women's side, Calicut lets this one sail over his head and on out of the end zone for the touchback. So the Lions will put it in play at the 20-yard line.
Kind of an unusual kick for Mark Mosley. He usually gets a great deal of height on the ball and tries to get it real high so his people can get down and cover it. That time he hit the ball a little high and drove it over the goalpost. Almost to the goalpost anyway.
Redskins, as you saw, fine 80-yard touchdown drive using the pass very sparingly, running Malone and Riggins. And now lead it 7-3. Jeff Comlow, the 10th quarterback selected in the draft this year and the only rookie to do any passing in the opening games last weekend. He came on in relief from Tampa Bay. Didn't have that much success. Robinson trying to fight off some tacklers, gets a couple of yards. Carl Lorch, number 71. On the stop for the Redskins. Helping out was Brad Dusek, number 59.
And Dusek and Lorch really played that well. They stayed away from their blocks. Carl Lorch is going against a young man they're really high on, and that's Keith Dorney from Penn State. Excellent offensive lineman. They say he's got such great potential. They're real high on him. It was their top draft choice.
He may have been the top offensive line prospect to come out of the draft. 2nd and 7, Dexter Bussey. Got as he tried to turn the corner there by Oklowitz.
In the first period, Buffalo with a field goal 18-yarder by Tom Dempsey leads Cincinnati 3-0.
Oklowitz, of course, a Maryland boy. We mentioned that the Detroit quarterback, Comlow, went to school at Delaware, grew up in the Washington area, went to DeMatha High School, and very much wanted to go to Maryland, but they weren't recruiting quarterbacks that year, apparently. So went on, did very well at Delaware. There's a fumble, and the Redskins have it. Lorch fell on the ball at the 23-yard line. Quick turnover.
A bad exchange. You can see it right here. Take a look. It's hard to tell whether Comlow pulled out too soon But he didn't make the exchange with Larry Terry. Well, I'll tell you one thing, Carl Lorch was alert because he's right down on the football.
A big break for the Redskins, who have a first down at the 23-yard line of the Detroit Lions. Theismann sending Bugs wide to the right side. He's got Ricky Thompson flanked to the left. Just one running back, that's Riggins. And it's Riggins who gets the call. Big hole, 20, 15, 10, and out of bounds at the 6-yard line. Boy, did that open up for him.
I think the little different set surprised Detroit with only one running back. They went into a double wing set, and you see Riggins finds a lot of daylight outside, finally pushed out of bounds by James Hunter.
Riggins off to a pretty good afternoon running the football. First and goal to go. Redskins at the 6-yard line. Thompson wide right. Bugs is split to the left. Malone in the slot left this time. Another double wing setup, and this time they're ready for Riggins. Riggins is stopped standing up for a loss in the play. Good defensive charge by Charlie Weaver, number 59, the veteran linebacker of the Lions.
Obviously, they made an adjustment because this is the same play the Redskins had run to the right side, but they're running it this way against a veteran linebacker instead of John Brooks, the rookie linebacker from Clemson.
They say his progress was halted at the 10-yard line, so it'll be a loss of 4. Second and goal to go, Redskins from the Lion 10.
Boy, this is where they like to go to Gene Fugit. He smells that goal line when he gets close.
They've got Buddy Hardiman in the backfield now, along with Harmon. Theismann over the middle and misses a wide open Gene Fugit. Just as you mentioned, he was there.
He was wide open. There was a mistake in the coverage. Eddie Cole, you can see the strong safety, Doug Jones, talking to his middle linebacker. Take a look at this. Fugit is wide open. Nobody around him. Cole did not move. Gets a hand up. Could have just taken a little bit off of that, laid it in front of him. Easy touchdown. Joe would like to have that one back.
Oh, I guess so. Third down, goal to go. Warren has come in at tight end, replacing Fugit. Bugs wide to the right side. Thompson set in the slot inside of it. Third and goal from the 10. Lions faking the blitz on Theismann. Let's see if he checks off. He's back to throw. Here they come. He lost the ball. The Lions pick it up. However, it'll be whistled dead. The play will be whistled dead back where the recovery was made at the 20-yard line. James Hunter, number 28. That draws a lot of boos.
Big break for the Skins. Big break for the Skins and not losing that football then. And the people in Detroit don't like it.
They mark the ball at the 18-yard line, and that is a huge break.
Boy, it certainly was.
Mosley.
A touchdown and almost going the other way for a touchdown.
Theismann will hold. This will be a 35-yard field goal attempt for Mosley. It's done. So the Redskins get 3 points out of it. They lead Detroit 10-3 with 9:26 left in the half.
If we could take you through the plant to show you what is new and let you see what's going on and watch the things we do. If you could see the cars and trucks we're working on for you, you'd say incredible. Ford, that's incredible.
If you knew how much money we're spending every day for factories and people to help us find the way.
If you could see tomorrow the way it looks to us today, you'd say incredible. Ford, that's incredible. Ford, that's incredible.
Introducing the incredible Ford Factory Tour. Come and see the things we're doing to rethink, redesign, reshape the automobile. Incredible things to produce a new generation of more fuel-efficient cars and trucks.
If you could see tomorrow.
How'd you like the tour?
Incredible! Say incredible! Ford, that's incredible!
To take the incredible Ford Factory Tour, write us for information.
Mosley getting ready to kick off. Let's talk about that Theismann play a little bit. That could have been a case where the officials ruled that Theismann was in the grasp of the opposition and the play had been whistled dead before he fumbled. That's the only thing we can figure out. Otherwise, you figure Detroit would have gotten the football. Not much question about that. Kickoff is taken by Robinson, and Bo Robinson carries it back to the 28-yard line. Tomorrow night on CBS starts your evening of comedy with How Bugs Bunny Won the West. Then a classic song becomes a delightful show on Puff the Magic Dragon, MASH, and WKRP in Cincinnati. And then, of course, Lou Grant. Great night of television viewing tomorrow night on CBS. Being the big Bugs Bunny fan that you are, I know you'll be in front of your set.
Hey, that's a good lineup.
Officials mark it at the 27. 1st and 10. Dexter Bussey in motion. Kumlo hands to Robinson, who plows his way forward to the 30-yard line. I mean, what else could that play have been? What else? I can't think of any other call they could have made. Can you?
I think that is the call. The new rule this year is that when the quarterback is in the grasp of the defensive rushman, they're not going to allow them to throw the quarterback down. And they're going to blow the whistle, and it was a quick whistle, and it was a big break for the Redskins. Sometimes that hampers somebody with the running ability of a Theismann.
Kumlo is 2 out of 3 throwing the ball for 20 yards. 2nd down 7. Bussey, nice hole over the right side, and he jets out beyond the 35 to the 36. Don Hober, number 58, made the stop.
Take a look at this. This is good running. You see that lineman, they're going back to the 34 defense. You see Hover trying to make the play there. Okowitz coming over on the play along with Dusek. 3 linebackers in on that play.
Are they figuring on playing Okowitz as much as they have?
They're very high on that man. Look at this. Minnesota leading the Bears 7-0.
That is a second period score. We have a 3rd and 1. Lions at their 36. They trail by a score of 10-3 here in the second quarter. Robinson plowing forward. Very close for the first down at the 37-yard line. This may be close enough for measurement.
I think he came up a little short. Looked like he came up short, didn't he? According to where they mark it.
He may have. Two teams in the throes of change. The Lions and the Redskins. Redskins with 7 rookies on their club this year. When's the last time you remember Washington having 7 rookies?
Never met 7 rookies in Washington.
Maybe in the years combined.
Boy, they just got it. You see that measurement just by the point of the football. Looked like they came up short. Good marking for the Lions there. Keep their drive alive. I think the Redskins realize now that the Lions are content just to run this football, not try to make too many mistakes. They're going to run the football at them.
Well, what would you do under the circumstances?
Exactly the same. You don't want to put a lot of pressure on this young quarterback.
1st and 10, Detroit at its 37-yard line. That's the tight end, David Hill, in motion. Nice fake by the rookie Kumlo. Gets it downfield, wide open. On the far sideline is Freddie Scott, number 87.
And talking with Bob Scheffler, he said, we're going to try to keep everything simple to begin with, but if we fall behind, we're not going to be afraid to put it up. They have a lot of confidence in this young man. Yes, they say he's still a kid, he's still learning. He makes a good throw, throws the ball on time here. Good pass, good completion, another first down.
17 yards on a first down for the Lions at the Redskin 46.
Oh, a little play design here.
Little X's and O's on the Detroit Lions bench. Not a stunning by the Redskins. That time they send Scott in motion over the middle and incomplete. That was intended for Leonard Thompson, number 39. Joe Lavender separated him from the football.
Difficult pass to throw, real difficult pass to throw. faking that ball to the left and then coming up and throwing the slant pattern. He had it out in front of him a little bit.
And Lions haven't beaten the Redskins since 1965.
You had to bring that up, didn't you?
I couldn't recall who would be quarterbacking the Redskins in 1965.
I think that
must have been Sammy Baugh.
The only people open that day was their secondary because I threw to him 4 times.
2nd and 10. Bussey, individual effort, takes it down to the 43-yard line. Pick up a 4, 2nd and 6.
Watch this, it looked like he was going to stop. Let's watch the play. Talbot going out into his block, overfilling the hole, takes on the blocker pretty good. Who's coming in? Rich Malott coming in there, making the tackle. Both of those young linebackers made fine plays then.
3rd down, 6. Lions at the 42-yard line of the Washington Redskins. Both clubs looking for their first victory of the young NFL season. Comlo, big rush. He's going long for David Hill. Hill with the catch. First down at the 1-yard line. However, there's a flag on the play. Penalty marker at the line of scrimmage. And it's going to be called back. Holding against the Lions.
And David Hill doesn't realize it yet. He doesn't realize there's a penalty on the play. They're celebrating in the end zone. And they're going to have to line up back in their own territory and do it again.
I would imagine. Now he knows.
Now he knows. He hurt his thumb, it looks like, on that play. What a great catch. And a great throw by Mr. Comlo, huh?
Not bad.
He had it right on the money.
Not bad at all.
Another break for the Redskins.
Well, that's 2-0 in the way of breaks.
Ooh, that was a biggie.
With the injuries they've had, particularly at the quarterback position, Danielson and all, the loss to Tampa Bay, it would be hard not to be demoralized.
Well, I think that Monty Clark told me down on the field that they're over the shock of losing all those players, and they just have to get to the business of playing up to their capabilities.
3rd and 16. Pumps it once and pumps it twice, and it is ruled an incompleted pass. Second time he pumped it, he tried to hang on and couldn't do it. That's kind of embarrassing.
Tried to and lost it. Hey, he pulled it down. He didn't throw it for grabs. Good pressure that time.
6 minutes, 24 seconds left to play in the first half.
This will be the first time that Larry Swider's gone into punt.
Obviously had an outstanding week against Tampa Bay. That's the only bright spot they had last week, was the way he kicked the football. Hardiman is deep, and he leads the NFL in punt returns. Swider, beautiful high punt. Hardiman's going to let this one land on the fly in the end zone. 52 yards on the kick. That won't hurt Mr. Swider's average. That's one area they're not hurting, despite the loss of Tom Splanady, one of the top punters in the league last year. Timeout. Redskins leading 10-3.
Honey, is this homeowner's insurance high?
I don't know. Think it's too much?
How would I know?
Compare with Allstate.
Compare?
Bring in your policy and compare rates. If you have a good deal, we'll tell you. But for many, chances are we've got a better deal.
We've got a better deal.
Allstate might save you some money, but you'll never know until you bring in your policy and compare.
Oh, that's a good deal.
When you want to save on homeowners insurance, Allstate wants to help.
That's a promise from us, the Good Hands people.
To drive through dirt and dust, good filters are a must. You can trust AC.
Thanks, AC.
Trust those filters by AC.
Sure glad I installed new AC air and oil filters before we get into this mess.
I bet AC helps protect those babies too, huh, Dad?
If they're smart.
George!
Oh!
So when you gotta go, we're the name to know. You can trust AC.
Thanks, AC.
Trust those filters by AC.
Thanks, AC.
Trust those filters by AC.
Here's a look at some of the Lion fans, around 60,000 in attendance. Of course, they're going to be playing the Super Bowl here, you know, in 1982. And it's going to be fun coming up to Pontiac in January.
1982. Can you imagine the people trying to get in and out of here if they have a snowstorm or something? A blizzard. Where it's a great facility.
Beautiful place, no question about that. 1st and 10, Redskins at their 20 following the touchback. Theismann giving to Riggins, and John doing what he does best, straight up the middle of the 22-yard line. Charlie Weaver, veteran linebacker, has had a good afternoon so far. Number 59 making the stop. Theismann is 3 out of 5 for 30 yards. Riggins has now run 8 times for a total of 42 yards. When his youngster was born, I understand he gave everybody ears of corn instead of cigars. Is that right?
He's a good guy.
Kansas product, quite obviously. 2nd down 8. Theismann under pressure. Got rid of it to Riggins at the 25, and Riggins very close for the 1st down. Had to reach the 30-yard line, and that's the stripe right there. He's across it.
This is an indication of the maturity of Joe Theismann. A little rollout to the left, not finding anybody. I think Joe may have taken off last year. A lot of pressure right around him. He dumps the ball, takes a little check down to Riggins.
Pressure particularly from Doug English.
Oh, boy, a good choice of getting rid of the ball, saving the play right then instead of taking off and running with it. Up for a 1st down.
1st and 10, Redskins at their 30-yard line. They lead it 10-3 here in the 2nd period. Hardiman cutting back inside and picking up good yardage out to the 38. Pickup of 8 on that play. 2nd and 2. This is a young man, of course, who played in Canada for a couple of years. And when the Redskins cut loose Tony Green, they felt they had an adequate kick returner, and so far that's proved to be a pretty good decision.
Boy, he's really returned kicks well for him. Minnesota leading the Bears 7-0. Tommy Kramer ran one in them this game. A little short run. Shows you the value of having that running quarterback, doesn't it?
2nd and a long 2 for the Redskins, and they give it to Riggins. He gets 1. It'll be 3rd down and 1 yard needed for the 1st down. Al Baker, number 60. The all-pro defensive end of the Detroit Lions making the stop. Baker was just a number 2 draft pick last year, but he turned into be a demon defensive lineman.
Bears just got a field goal. The Vikings leading 7-3 in that game. New England's really putting it to the Jets, 21-3 in the 2nd quarter.
Our score, the Redskins 10, the Lions 3, 3.5 minutes left to go. 1st half. 3rd down and a yard. Redskins at their 39. Harmon got it. 1st down, Washington at the 41.
Washington has spent a lot of time working on short yardage plays. They did in training camp, wanted to keep their drives going, trying to be more successful on 3rd and short situations. You can see where it's paid off. This is a type of reward we were talking about before the game, Frank, where it's success. You know, you get some little reward for all that hard work you've been doing.
8 new starters on this Redskin team. Only 28 players left from their roster, which opened last September. Hardiman wants to throw it. Gets it away. He's got Ricky Thompson. 1st down at the 29-yard line of the Detroit Lions. I didn't know he could throw, huh? He returns kicks, he runs, he throws.
He's doing a little bit of everything, and what a good throw he made. He got an awful lot on the ball, running with the ball. Watch this. A pitch back to Hardiman. Puts it under his arm like he then takes it up to throw, but look at the accurate throw that he makes.
Ricky Thompson, who has scored 1 touchdown for the Redskins, the only touchdown of the ball game, pulls that in for a 30-yard gain. And the Redskins have a 1st down at the line 28.
Not a bad percentage. Checking those scores, the Giants, St. Louis came back and got on the board. Cincinnati over Buffalo.
Theismann, lot of protection, has all day and has his man wide open. Warren is down at the 10. He's at the 5-yard line. And that will draw a few boos from the Detroit Lion fans. Don Warren, the rookie tight end from San Diego State. Yeah, we were remarking earlier to Sonny what the odds are on one team in the NFL having 2 rookie tight ends, same position from the same school, which the Redskins have in Warren and Phil DeBose.
But they also had another one in training camp. Bill Helms was in training camp, so they ended up in training camp with 3 tight ends from San Diego State.
2-minute warning coming up. First and goal to go for the Washington Redskins at the Detroit Lions 5-yard line. Redskins seem to be in command right now. They lead it by a score of 10-3.
When you're a lifeguard, you practice all you can, because saving a few seconds may save a few lives. But now comes Miller time. Time to head for the best tasting beer you can find. America's quality beer, Miller High Life.
If you've got the time, we've got the beer.
These are the blueprints for an automotive revolution. This is the J.C. Penney shock absorber. Its unique patented metering pin adjusts the ride automatically while you drive. So you get the control of heavy-duty shocks when the going gets rough, and the ride of original equipment shocks when the road is smooth. And if it ever fails, return it. We'll replace it free for as long as you own your car. The J.C. Penney shock absorber. It's the last shock absorber your car will ever need.
Following the game, CBS Sports presents live coverage of the finals of the U.S. Open Tennis Championships. You'll say you saw it on CBS Sports.
CBS Sports Spectacular starting a brand new season. Big lightweight fight there. Howard Davis, who hasn't lost yet. And you all remember Maurice Termite Watkins. Redskins driving. First and goal to go from the 5-yard line. This started back at the 20 following the touchback on the Lion punt. Big hole, and it's walk-in time to the end zone for Benny Malone.
Benny Malone took that in for the touchdown.
I'm telling you, there was some fine blocking on this play. They just kind of move around to the right side. Take a look at it. Watch the block by Riggins. Jeff Williams pulling out. Don Warren, boy, there's a good block by this. Look at Riggins, straighten him up. Oh, he puts him on the back, knocks his helmet off. Malone goes in. Nobody, he could have gone 120 yards if he wanted to.
It was Hunter that Riggins blocked, and it is Hunter who is down on the field right now.
Well, Williams and Riggins really made a big hole there. Don Warren also on a fine block.
80 yards on the touchdown drive by the Redskins, and that makes it 16-3 with the extra point try to come. I tell you, Hunter's another guy that this club can't afford to lose. He's one of the key members of that secondary, and they already lost one member of the secondary in Walt Williams.
Jim Allen is banged up. They're going with a lot of different people. Doug Jones is having to play in there also. So another member of their secondary, another injury, as you said.
You just can't believe the number of players that the Lions have lost. Monty Clark can't believe it, can he? I mean,
well, he can't. Seems to be okay.
This was a team, second half of last season, the only club in the NFL that had a better record, in the NFC, I should say, that had a better record than the Lions was Dallas. They really came on strong. Remember, they killed Minnesota in that Saturday game and really came into this season with a lot of momentum with Danielson and quarterback, and then the injuries hit. Mosley with the extra point try. It is good. 1 minute, 55 seconds left to play in the first half, and the Redskins have now moved out to a 17-3 lead over the Lions here in Pontiac. We'll be back in a moment.
You dance on a river of wood, and the spinning shapes in the cold, dark water are your only bridge home. So you keep on dancing until the last log is in place and you can head for Miller time. Time for the best tasting beer you can find, Miller High Life.
When it's time to relax, we've got the beer, Miller beer. If you've got the time, we've got the beer.
Now Ford, the long-distance champ, has the longest range of any pickup in America and the best pickup MPG. With a standard 19-gallon tank plus optional tank, you've got a 39-gallon capacity, which gives it an estimated range with optional overdrive transmission of 709 miles based on EPA rating. The estimated highway range is 946 miles. 1/3 the length of America on one fill-up. Tough Ford pickups, the longest range of any pickup in America. Ford, the long-distance champ.
Mosley getting ready to kick off. tell you, that touchdown play was just like you diagrammed it, right? Everybody gets their man, everybody just goes down. Redskins lead 17-3 with 1:55 to go, and everything's beautiful in Washington right now. And it is Glumsville here in Detroit as the Lions try to get on track. One thing they didn't want to do is get behind big early, and that's what's happened to him. Rick Kane at the 1 yard line, 1 yard deep in the end zone. After the
Pulls him over backwards with a great forearm, knocks his helmet off. If you could teach people to block, it's hard to get people to go out and block. John Riggins, perfect example right there of how to do it.
spoken like the great blocker that you always were.
Hey, I appreciate good blocking.
I imagine.
St. Louis has come back, tying up the Giants 14 all.
1st and 10, Lions at their 19-yard line. They trail 17-3. They're sticking on the ground, and fans don't like that. Horace King, number 25, normally their starting fullback, has come into the ball game. That's his first carry of the day. He was their leading rusher against Tampa Bay last week. Picked up 53 yards.
Yeah, but he fumbled a couple of times. I think that's what the little the boos were you heard.
Redskins going to call a timeout here with 1:37 left to play in the first half. Washington leading Detroit 17-3.
Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the toughest Steeler of them all?
When it starts to rain, the Steelers start to bite and hold. Yeah, they do.
Uniroyal presents the Steeler Radio. It's built tough with 2 steel belts, and it's tough to beat when you look at its price.
You want to see a cowboy beat a Steeler?
The Uniroyal Steeler. You want a tough tire at a price that's fair? You want Uniroyal there.
One thing I'll never compromise on, my tools. I go for the best, like this, or these. Yeah, Levi's blue jeans are tools. They fit your body like a good hammer fits your hand, nice and comfortable. And this Levi's denim is as tough as nails, a real value for the buck. Tell you, I wouldn't wear anything less than Levi's blue jeans, but then I don't skimp on tools.
Barriers are the essence of sport. For some to go further, for others to go higher, for this vehicle to break the sound barrier. Ken Squire inviting you to join us for Project SOS, the speed of sound, on CBS next Saturday.
By the way, they did break the land speed record this morning at Bonneville Salt Flat, so you'll see that on CBS. Jack Pardee. Comlo over the middle. Tight end David Hill at the 35, looking for a block to the 40, out of bounds at the 42-yard line. 1st and 10.
The Redskins wanted to keep him on the field, keep him playing. That's why they call a timeout, hoping to force a turnover. Mr. Comlo goes back, finds Hill right down the middle. Little turn-in pattern. He picks up some blocking. Very smartly goes out of bounds. Run out of bounds by Lamar Parrish.
Redskins have 1 timeout left. The Lions have 2. 1st and 10. Detroit at its 42-yard line. Comlo again back to throw it, going long for Thompson. It is intercepted. Lamar Parrish runs it out of bounds, stops the clock at the 19-yard line. So Lamar gets the interception. The turnover goes to the Redskins, their 2nd turnover this afternoon that they've benefited from. Timeout in Detroit. Back in 1 minute.
It's no secret that quality mechanics rely on quality parts. So when you see this sign in garages and service stations, you know the mechanics who work there care. Care enough about you to rely on Napa parts. Lots of Napa parts are better than your car's original parts. So for parts and service you can depend on, look for this Napa sign and the Napa mechanic. He cares.
Napa. We help keep America moving.
I can tell by the happy mood you're in, by that ever-widening grin. You look like you just heard from Dean Witter.
At
Dean Witter, your investment program is designed around you and no one else, so you can't help smiling when you hear from us.
You look like you just heard from Dean Witter. You look like...
The time left in the first half in the upper right-hand corner of the screen. Keep in mind the Redskins have one timeout left.
They got what they wanted, Frank. They got a turnover.
Malone gets a couple of yards to the 20-yard line. We were talking during the timeout. You said a lot of time left. With one timeout, they've got a lot of time. 80 yards to go.
I didn't understand the call there. They called timeout to get the Lions to turn the ball over, yet they come out and run the ball on first down instead of putting it up. And they're not going into the hurry-up offense because they're down under a minute now, and it looks like maybe they were just setting them up, trying to lull them to sleep a little bit, and now come out and throw the ball.
Second down, 8 needed for the first down. Redskins at their 20. Final minute of play in the first half. Washington leading 17-3. Nope. Malone pops through for the first down out to the 30-yard line, but that should do it for the half.
Yeah, they're in no hurry. I guess because they got the interception so backed up, they didn't figure they wanted to go the 80 yards for the touchdown. But with a timeout, you get a couple of passes out of bounds. You can certainly get in Mark Mosley field goal range easily.
They didn't want to risk the turnover themselves, though, which might enable Detroit to move up a bit closer.
Good point.
So the clock runs out here in the first half, and the boos from above descend upon the Detroit Lions. Misery's child this year. They've had all kinds of problems.
Well, they have, and in the first half, even though it's 17-3 right now, 2 big breaks for the Redskins. The fumble, the quick whistle that they got on Joe Theismann, where they picked it up and ran, and it would have been a touchdown. And the other, the big pass, about the 60-yard pass to Dave Hill. You see Monty Clark, and he's going to be disappointed going in that tunnel into the locker room. What do I say now?
Well, he told you before the game, as you mentioned, that they were over the shock of losing all the players. He can say that, but I don't know about the players. He may be over it, but the players may not be. Anyway, that's the end of the first half here at the Silverdome in Pontiac, Michigan, with the score: the Redskins 17, the Lions 3.
Now, the best Zenith ever. System 3 is even better.
Even better.
The sharpest Zenith picture ever.
Sharpest pictures.
An all-modular chassis designed to be the most reliable Zenith ever.
Most reliable.
And now, computer space command remote control. 105 channels. Zenith's most advanced.
Most advanced.
Zenith System 3.
System 3.
Now, even better.
A storm-damaged house and a lady and her plants have a problem.
Everything will be all right. I hate lying to him, but I haven't got the money to fix this. And you know how long the insurance could take.
Not with Allstate. Allstate has more professional claims specialists than any other company to make sure your settlement is fair and fast.
I'll call your contractor.
That didn't take long.
You're in good hands with Allstate.
And that's a promise from us, the good hands people.
Great news for your home. It's Sears Super Homeowner Sale.
Super values on many items like these. 20-inch designer bathroom vanities with tops. Now $59.99 each. Save $25. Their matching wall cabinets are each $39.99. Save $10.
Get this versatile Sears Best 1-horsepower Craftsman sprayer compressor and save $140. Comes with spray gun, air hose, and air chuck.
Super savings right now at Sears.
Where America shops for value.
Lightning action in the ring, on the rink, and on the road. Next Saturday at 4:30 Eastern, the CBS Sports Spectacular takes you to Houston for the lightweight battle between Howard Davis and Termite Watkins. Then see top American skaters vie for top national honors as we take you to Fort Worth for the finals in the U.S. Roller Skating Championships. And finally to Monza, Italy, as the greatest Formula One drivers in the world go wheel to wheel in the Italian Grand Prix. A spectacular Saturday of sport. You'll say you saw it on CBS Sports.
Back in New York, I'm Brent Musburger with Jane and Irv. Some late developments. Dan Deerdorf, an offensive tackle for the St. Louis Cardinals, sprained a knee. He will undergo x-rays. He was injured in the first half of their game against the New York Giants. Joe Washington Hurt has not started for the Baltimore Colts this afternoon. Greg Landry is their quarterback. Let's take you around the league and check the scores because the Cardinals were behind, but Jane, they snap back now and are tied with the Giants at 14.
2 tying touchdowns for St. Louis, one on a 1-yard run by Theodis Brown, the other 30-yard fumble recovery by Mark Arneson.
Minnesota at Chicago, and it is 7-3 Vikes ahead.
And that's a 2-yard run by Minnesota quarterback Tommy Kramer. Chicago, a 34-yard field goal by Bob Thomas.
But the Bears have just scored 9-7. They set up to kick the extra point. We'll keep you informed. Now, in this game, you know the story here, or perhaps you don't. Russell Erxleben pulled a leg muscle, is not kicking Tony Galbraith in. 2 field goals by Galbraith, but missed an extra point. Archie Manning is red hot, and New Orleans is shutting out Green Bay 12-0. And of course, the game you are watching, Washington 17, Detroit 3. You could hear the boos as the Lions went off the field at the end of the first half. And how about this one, Jane? New England 28, the Jets 3.
Steve Grogan with 3 touchdown passes, 1 to Harold Jackson and 2 to Stanley Morgan.
And Pittsburgh, Houston, it is 10-0.
That's a 1-yard run by Sidney Thornton and a 48-yard field goal, Matt Barr.
All right, it is Buffalo 10, Cincinnati 7. That is in the second period. Buffalo leading Cincinnati as we take you live right now to County Stadium. Archie Manning and the Saints. Time running out in the first half. You are watching live, 12-0 New Orleans over Green Bay. Manning with good time. Galbraith is stopped short of the end zone. With 5 seconds, they stopped him in bounds. Now they get the clock stopped. With 3 seconds to go, there again, that score, Buffalo 10, Cincinnati 7. Tampa Bay and Baltimore scoreless in the first. We go back now for the last play of the first half. And again, it is 12-0, New Orleans leading Green Bay. Time running out here in the first half. And Irv, I'll tell you, the Saints may have put together a team this year.
No question about it, because Archie Manning's having a fantastic passing day. The last stat I heard, he completed 15 out of 16 throws. We saw one there, so he's 16 out of 17 unofficially. But he's certainly red hot.
So with timeout on the field, the Packers trying to regroup and hold him here for Bart Starr. Last week, the Packers did not score a touchdown either. Now, there is Tony Galbraith, the man who has been forced into a kicking role because of that pull leg muscle by Russell Erxleben. Already today has kicked 2 field goals and missed that 1 extra point. And Irv, Archie Manning reeled off about 10 or 11 straight completions in the first half here for Dick Nolan, as the Saints now come on up, and it'll be that man again, Galbraith, setting up for the field goal. It'll be a 19-yard attempt with time running out. 12-0 the score. He missed. He has missed an extra point and a field goal attempt. And the NFL Today will continue on CBS right after these messages from your local stations.
What happened to Freddie Prinze? Was it too much too soon or too little too long? Can you hear the laughter? The CBS Tuesday night movie at 9, 8 Central and Mountain.
This is CBS.
Halftime at the Silverdome in Pontiac, Michigan, with the Washington Redskins looking for their first victory of the NFL regular season campaign, leading the Detroit Lions by a score of 17-3. I was going to ask Mr. Jurgensen a question here, but he has his mouth full of hot dog. You didn't bring me one.
I'll go get you one.
All right. That's all right. I had an apple. It's very helpful for you at halftime.
Jack really has to be pleased with the way they've played so far, Frank, because his team came back after falling behind, and they marched right down and picked up a touchdown, took the lead, and they got a couple of real key breaks. And just walking outside in the press room, the big question out there was, to me, what happened on the play with Theismann? Was it the quick whistle? Was it the new rule? everybody was concerned with that because it was a 10-point swing in the game right then.
That was exactly that, a 10-point swing in the contest, and right now the Redskins very much in command after they did trail initially by a score of 3-0. Now 17-3 Washington. Later this afternoon, CBS Sports will televise the men's and women's finals of the U.S. Open Tennis Championships from Flushing Meadows, New York. For a report, here's Pat Summerall and Tony Trabert.
Tony, it's been a long tournament. It's been filled with controversy, but now finally it's championship time.
We're down to the finals in the men's and women's, Pat. Should be two extra good matches. Tracy Austin against Chris Everett Lloyd and John McEnroe against Vitas Gerulaitis, an all-men's final in New York.
A subway series, so to speak. Let's take a look now at the participants. First of all, Chris Everett Lloyd against Billie Jean King.
This is match point in their semifinals. Billie Jean King won the first game of this match, was not able to win another game. It was all Chris Everett Lloyd. Watch this concluder right here at match point.
Game, set, and match.
Chris Everett Lloyd advanced to the finals, 6-1, 6-love over Billie Jean King.
She'll play Tracy Austin, who defeated Martina Navratilova in their semifinal match.
This is match point, and a fine return by young Tracy Austin got her to a 7-5, 7-5 victory.
As far as the men are concerned, it'll be Vitas Gerulaitis against John McEnroe. And what a comeback Gerulaitis accomplished against Roscoe Tanner.
Gerulaitis lost the first two sets, was down an early service break in the third set. He came back to win the third in a tiebreaker, won the fourth 6-3, and then the fifth 6-3, and Gerulaitis has advanced to the finals.
His opponent will be John McEnroe, who had a rather much easier time, I guess you would say, with Jimmy Connors.
McEnroe seemed to be pretty much in control, won the first set 6-3. The second 6-3 was serving for the match at 5-3 in the third, but Connors fought his way back to get even at 5-all. And McEnroe wins 7-5 in the third, and he advances to the finals.
Tony, I congratulate you. You picked Chris to reach the finals, and she has done that. You picked John McEnroe to reach the finals, and he has done that.
Some people just get lucky, Patrick.
I guess you're right. We'll be on after football. Now let's get back to the NFL action.
Redskins leading by 2 touchdowns here at halftime of the Pontiac Silverdome, but keep in mind they were 2 touchdowns ahead of the Oilers in the final period last week. We'll be back with the second half in just a moment.
Here's to good friends.
A toast. Here's to a vanishing breed. Bill Evans, bachelor.
End of a perfectly good ladies' man.
To Bill Evans, a free man. 13 more hours.
When you want the taste of a truly great American beer, tonight, let it be Low and Brow.
Speech! Speech! Come on, you guys.
You're beautiful.
It's official. Ford's answer to rebates, the largest incentives ever available to its dealers. The biggest clearance offer in Ford history just got bigger. See your Ford dealer and discover how many hundreds of dollars you can save on new trimmer LTDs, Mustang pace car replicas, elegant Thunderbirds, tough V8 pickups, vans, Broncos, Rancheros. Compare the total Ford deal with any other. You may well find it's the best value overall.
Detroit, what a vital and exciting city, a city that won't stand still. But what if in the midst of all this hustle bustle, suddenly a man collapsed? A heart attack, he stops breathing. Would you know how to save his life? I'm Doug English from the Detroit Lions, and I'd like to show you one way the people of Detroit are saving lives. It's called CPR, a volunteer program of the Red Cross supported by the United Way. CPR is short for cardiopulmonary resuscitation. Knowing how to administer it could mean the difference between life and death to someone. I recently lost a member of my family to a heart attack. That's why I know the importance of this program. That's a lesson we all should learn. And this is just one of the hundreds of United Way programs made possible by your support.
It works here in Detroit, and it works in your town, too. Thanks to you, it works for all of us, the United Way, right?
Right.
The preceding announcement was brought to you as a public service by the National Football League. Redskins leading Detroit 17-3. A quick look at the other scores around the National Football League. Other games in progress.
Chicago's come back now. This Vince Evans threw a long pass for the touchdown to put them in the lead in that one. New Orleans, Archie Manning having a big first half. 16 out of 18, 171 yards in the first half. They're leading. Cardinals came back to tie up the Giants in the second period, 14-all. Cincinnati and Buffalo. How about Buffalo? Chuck Knox has got them going, 10 apiece. Pittsburgh got a field goal, a 54-yarder, or something like that for Matt Barr. And New England, look at this, 35. That's 4 touchdown passes for the running quarterback.
All those
Steve
of you
Grogan.
who criticized Steve Grogan after last Monday
I'll tell
night,
you
he's
what,
coming
I've
back.
been one of those. It figures that he likes to run better than he likes to put the thing up, and he certainly has put it up today. Greg Landry threw a touchdown pass as Baltimore's leading Tampa Bay.
Teams on the field deploying themselves for the start of the second half of play, and we're just about ready to go back to work. Say if you're Monty Clark at halftime, what do you go in there and tell the troops?
Poise. Poise. Keep your poise. We've made a couple of mistakes. We had some bad breaks go against us. You come out and play football. They don't want to get too greedy too soon. They got to keep their poise and hang in there as a team. We had to say that to them. Try to get them to come out and play football.
Mosley ready to kick off. Calicut is beat, number 31, and Rick Kane, number 32. Second half underway at the Silverdome. Rick Kane, 1 yard deep in the end zone. Fakes the reverse, takes it out to the 15, 20, 25, and up to the 28-yard line. They fake the reverse to Leonard Thompson.
I like that, didn't you?
Yes.
I like to see a little innovation in the kickoff returns. And
speaking of innovation, you know, we were talking in the first half, and well, I think we'll look at it again, then I'll get back to this.
Watch this. I think they picked this up from Dallas. Didn't they do this with Thomas Henderson? You see the fake right there? I tell you what, a lot of people took the fake.
Sure
you can
did.
see
the white shirts going the other way. 1st and 10, Lions at their 28-yard line. Dexter Bussey, one running back, and it is Bussey, fumbles the ball, picks it up, fumbled it again. White shirts all over the place, and the Redskins recover at the 39. Well, Bussey fumbled that not once but twice.
That's the same way that Lions started last week against Tampa Bay. On the opening play, they fumble. Looks like he never got control of the football, but he gets it back after fumbling once. And look how many white shirts are going after that football.
I think Dusek finally wound up with it, number 59. There he is.
Not yet. Lamar Parrish. Where is the thing?
Well, either Dusek or Parrish won.
Well, what a way to start for Detroit. Big break for the Redskins again. There's the stats here. Theismann, good first half.
Comparison of the two quarterbacks. Malone to the 35 for a pickup of 3. It'll be 2nd down 7. I started to talk to you about the running pass thrown by Hardiman. And in all the years you've been with the Redskins, can you recall having a guy who can throw that ball, a halfback?
Not as long as I can. Since 1964, I don't think so. First of all, I don't think I would have called it. I didn't want anybody else throwing. They may find out he could throw better. But I really haven't seen it, Frank, that where we've had somebody that could throw the football. We used to work on it in practice.
So that's a new weapon in the Redskins' arsenal this year. 2nd down 8. Theismann given to Riggins to the 31-yard line. Riggins in the first half, 11 carries for 45 yards.
On the offensive line of that right side, George Stark, Jeff Williams really came off the ball then.
3rd and 3.
Moved him back. Good blocking by the offensive line. Bob Kazeel doing a good job. Ron Saul and Terry Hermeling.
3rd down. Redskins need 3 for the first down with the ball at the line 30. Last year, you recall, the Redskins beat the Lions, and that was the end of the win streak. They were 6-0 at that point, and after that, it was downhill all the way.
Interesting situation here. They got 3rd and 2, and they take out Riggins. They take out their first backs.
Harmon.
What they do? Clarence Harmon.
Inside the 20 to the 17-yard line. Hunter making the stop. But the Redskins look unstoppable right now.
Obviously, they found a hole in that left side. Just a little turn handoff to him. Again, Clarence Harmon comes in and makes things happen. Big run, first down.
That should be the strong side of the Lions defense with Doug English and Baker over there.
I think they had overshifted a little bit the other way.
First down at the 17-yard line. Malone gets away from one tackler, down to the 10, down to the 5, down to the 3-yard line. Put a great move on Weaver, number 59, and eluded him.
Just a good run here, good blocking, everybody doing their job. This is what he avoided the first tackle in the backfield by Weaver, gets outside of Cole, runs back. Cole kind of gave up on the play. Malone wasn't ready to stop, ducked back in, got some extra yards, takes it down to the 4.
Malone and Riggins both come out. First and goal to goal from the 4-yard line. Harmon is in there, and I believe so is Hardiman. Let's see. That's Hardiman trying to go upstairs and nearly had his head taken off. Eddie Cole, number 50. Stopping the climb over the top. Cole, an 11th round draft pick out of Ole Miss, and a real surprise for the Lions this year.
Well, you see this play from the back. Look what Hardiman tries to do. You see Riggins going in, trying to go over the top after Ed Cole, the middle linebacker. Cole stands him up. Boy, Hardiman's way up in the air then. Gets driven back. They actually give him about a half a yard.
We'll call it second and goal from the 3-yard line. Riggins obviously is in the backfield right now. That's Harmon, who is split wide to the left side. Fugit, 6 points. Easy touchdown throw. Theismann with his second touchdown pass of the afternoon. One to Thompson and one now to Gene Fugit.
Little play action pass. Good call here. Just made it look easy. Joe just takes something off, lofts it up in the air to Fugit. Gene Fugit loves that double stripe down there. And since coming to the Redskins, that's his 21st touchdown.
How did you know that? That's his third of the season. Third touchdown catch. Had 2 last week's. As Mosley tacks on the extra point. With 11 minutes and 18 seconds left to play in the third period, the Redskins in danger of turning this one into a rout. Washington 24, Detroit 3.
A lot of people think using Federal Express is complicated. But really, it's so simple, even a vice president can do it.
Hello, Federal.
All you do is pick up the phone. We come to your office and pick up the package. Well, even a president can do that.
Hello, Federal.
In fact, using Federal Express is so simple that even a chairman of the board can do it.
Hello!
Federal Express, when it absolutely positively has to be there overnight.
Antifreeze. You never think about it, or how it has to protect somebody beside you, or what could happen without it. Stranded, and no help for miles. Don't trust your luck. Don't trust the weather. Take out old, weak antifreeze now and put your trust in Prestone too. More people trust Prestone than all other brands combined.
We made it.
More people trust Prestone, and when you flush your cooling system, trust Prestone Super Flush.
Next Saturday at 4:30 Eastern, the CBS Sports Spectacular brings you action in the ring with Howard Davis. Action on the rink with top American skaters vying for national honors. Action on the road with the Italian Grand Prix. You'll say, you saw it on CBS Sports.
Mosley getting ready to kick off for the Washington Redskins here in the third period. Redskins got the Lions exactly where they want them now. Of course, they want Detroit to put that ball in the air with the rookie quarterback, and it's obvious as Detroit gets further behind, and that's exactly what they're going to have to do. Well, this one takes forever to come down. Calicut at the 7-yard line, back to the 15, hit at the 20, out to the 23. Anybody ever hits the roof of the Silverdome with a kickoff, it's going to be Mosley. That was really high.
He was talking about that down on the field when he was kicking off before the game, talking with him about it. There you see the scoring drive, 6th place, 38 yards. After another turnover.
They made it look easy.
Oh, they really made it look easy.
Now, you talk about demoralizing. I mean, you're down 17-3 at the half. You come out and you fumble on the first play.
Yeah.
That's got to kill you.
It really does. And look what it does to the defense. You put the defense in a hole, they go on the field, and Washington marches right down and gets a touchdown.
Lions got to throw it. It's intercepted and dropped. Was that something?
Corey Bacon and Talbot fighting over an interception. Look at them. They were actually fighting over an interception. They both had a shot at it.
Oh, that was funny. I'm not going to score. You're going to score. Take a look at it again. This was another cinched touchdown. Talbot gets in there first.
Bacon hits it, and watch this. You want to see 4 bad hands? They don't have 2 good hands between them. We lose it. They're back there really battling after the ball. Both of them were tipping the ball around.
Probably just as fortunate that we lost him. Well, Butts thought he saw someone move in the offense, so he jumped up and tapped his opposite number, Keith Dorney, on the shoulder pad, but he thought wrong.
Well, and you got the type of experience that you have in that defensive line of Washington. Talbot with 13 years. When they make that move and go off sides, they immediately point to an offensive.
Defense, number 65, second down.
They immediately point to the offensive lineman, trying to indicate to the referee that the offense moved. Didn't get away with it that time.
2nd and 5 for the Lions at their 27-yard line. Been a miserable afternoon for Detroit so far. Completes it to Hill at the 30. David Hill is up to the 35. He's been most of the offense for the Lions this afternoon. His 4th reception. And, of course, he had the long one taken back because of the penalty. Holber makes the stop, but the Lions have a first down.
David Hill's a fine tight end. He had 5 receptions last week, coming back with 4. He is most of their offense, whatever he plays.
First and 10, Lions at their 35-yard line, trying to get something going. They scored the first 3 points of the ballgame, and since then it's been all Redskins. Comlow, little floater, again Hill, and again it's a first down for the Lions at the 48-yard line. Pickup of 13 on the play.
Boy, Mr. Comlow makes a good fake here, and you see how he freezes everybody. He gets good time to throw this ball, makes a good throw. What a catch, huh? Again, Mr. Hill, and you see what he does. Dives for the first down.
Parrish making the stop, but not before. The Lions have their 2nd straight first down at their 47-yard line. There's the book on Comlow so far. Not bad for the rookie. Slot formation to the right. They go with the reverse. Scott carrying the ball to the 50, and Freddie Scott is down to the 46. The ex-Baltimore Colts.
Going to a couple of gadgets now. Just have an old saying, you can't win with gadgets. Sometimes they come out.
They come in rather handy,
they
right?
They come in handy when you're desperate. They come in handy. The Baltimore Colts. Excuse me, Frank. The Baltimore Colts are leading Tampa Bay 10-0. That's still in the first quarter.
Greg Landry has a touchdown pass, and probably some of the Lion establishment are having some second thoughts about that trade last year. Big hole up the middle. Rick Kane busting through, taking it inside the 40 and down to the 33-yard line. First down.
Well, maybe expecting a pass. You see Butts got tied up. Looks like he got held a little bit. Good piece of running by Rick Kane. Murphy comes over and makes a tackle. Mark Murphy, 3rd-year man out of Colgate. Big shoes to fill in Jake Scott's.
Absolutely. A lot of big shoes to fill in that Redskin squad this year with Hamburger gone and McDowell and Hawes and the rest of them. Kane to the 30, running hard to the 26-yard line. Lamar Parrish making the stop. Here's one young man who hasn't given up for the Lions, Rick Kane. Bothered by injuries last year and the year before.
Brad Ducey comes across. Watch him take on the block. He defeats the blocker there, but Kane breaks outside. Parrish comes up, throws a little block on him. This is a tough position. I'm sure the Redskin defense, with a 24-3 lead like this, not playing with the same intensity if it were a close football game.
Second down, a long 2 needed for the first down. Lions at the Redskin 26. Comlow, good protection. This is for Hill. Intercepted at the back of the end zone by Houston. Nope, wasn't Houston.
Mark Murphy.
Murphy it was.
Mark Murphy went right back and takes this ball away from David Hill. The same pass they had success with in the first half that was called back. Take a look at it. Big catch right here. Mark Murphy.
4th turnover given up by the Lions.
RCA wants you to see the right color. Sunrise over the Grand Canyon. Does your television capture the color in all its intensity, in all its subtlety? Does it automatically show you the right shades of color? If not, wait till you see Color Track 1980. Color Track 1980. With 8 automatic color systems designed to lock even subtle shades of color on track. RCA is making television better and better.
I was thinking about buying one of those new compacts, $4,700, or maybe a little import, over $5,700. But then I had a better idea. Ford Fairmont, as much as $1,300 less, with lots of standard features. 5-passenger room for the family. Great gas mileage.
The kind you need today.
And handsome styling.
Every minute of every working day, someone chooses Fairmont's remarkable combination of values. Sedans, wagons, Futuras, America's proven value.
There's Jeff Comlow, the rookie quarterback of the Detroit Lions, talking to Bob Schnelker, one of the Lions' assistant coaches. Second interception put up by the rookie. Redskins have the ball, 1st and 10 at their 20. Riggins on the sweep. 25 and out of bounds around the 30-yard line. Officials said he went out at the 29. So it'll be 2nd and 1. Jimmy Allen making the stop for the Detroit Lions. 54,991 in attendance this afternoon. That's considerably below capacity here, which is right at 80,000.
They're talking about the way the Redskins are playing defense earlier. With that 24-3 lead, playing pass defense a lot easier than when it's neck and neck in the game.
Benny Malone got away from Weaver and picked up the first down at the 33-yard line. Malone continues to run hard. Former Miami Dolphin, who has really helped out the Redskins. Hunter, number 28 over there, he's had a tough afternoon. Took that shot from Riggins in the first half, but came back.
Well, that gives the Redskins 17 first downs. We're still in the 3rd period.
Lions have 11. Washington at about 150 yards rushing so far in the afternoon. They pretty much stayed on the ground. Riggins out to the 35. Theismann has put it up 8 times and completed 6 for 65 yards. Why throw when you don't have to, huh?
Boy, that's for sure, and the defense turning the ball over to you.
Penalty marker on the play. Preliminary indication holding against the Redskins. Doug English, the defensive captain of the Lions, talking it over with the referee, Gene Barth.
Little infraction. Redskins haven't had too many infractions today.
We'll move it back to the 22.
Number 54, offense, holding, first down.
Bob Kuziel found somebody to hang on to.
Got an update on Baltimore, Tampa Bay, now 17-zip in the first period.
Don Hardiman got a 2nd touchdown for them.
1st and 20. Theismann in trouble back at the 5, almost intercepted. Number 79, William Gay, the guy who was the tight end last year, who they switched to defensive, and I figure he'd have better hands, right?
No wonder he's not playing tight end. Theismann, it's a double screen. He fakes one way, and watch this. The pass goes right to Gay. Gets one hand, knocks it down.
Of course, he didn't have to play with all those pads.
Now
when he was
you know why
in.
they shifted him to defense.
Yeah. 2nd and 20. 7:07 left to play in the third period.
Look at this. The Bears 12-7 lead over Minnesota. They get a safety.
Malone caught behind the line. Good solid rush that time by Dave Purifoy, number 75, ex-Green Bay Packer.
This is the first we've heard of the Silver Rush all day. They ran this play and they had some success with it. It looked like they were coming with the blitz. You see Gay in there and also Dave Purifoy.
That takes the Redskins back to the 17-yard line. It is now 3rd and 25. They haven't been in this big a hole all afternoon.
They had a first down on the 32-yard line, didn't they?
Well, the defense of the line seems to be aroused, so is the crowd. Hardiman finds some running room up the middle, but not nearly enough for the first down as he clears it out to the 26. And Mike Bragg, who looked like he was going to get the afternoon off, comes in to do his number.
This is only a second punt, isn't it?
I think so.
Heard something the other day. Mike Bragg, you know what? His wife went to the doctor and talked with her. Talked to the doctor, and the doctor says, guess what? You're going to have twins. They're
Really?
expecting twins.
How about that? Bragg is one of 2 Redskins left from the 72 Super Bowl squad. Terry Hermeling being the other one.
2 little kickers, huh? Maybe one will be a
2 little kickers.
2 little kickers coming out.
So Bragg trying to get loosened up after a long period of inactivity. His other punt went for 34. This goes considerably further. Fair catch is signaled by Thompson at the 35-yard line of the Detroit Lions. Timeout on the field with 5 minutes and 45 seconds left to play in the third period. Redskins lead it 24-3.
More super values from Sears. The great menswear buys start here with the value dress shirt. Now just $6.99. You save $2. But don't stop there. Save $30 on this 4-piece vested suit. Now just $89. The coat, reversible vest, and 2 slacks make 6 great outfits. The value dress shirt and this 4-piece vested suit. Super looks, super values. Sears, where America shops for value.
Here's to good friends.
The key's supposed to be under the steps. I got it. Hey, here's a note. Gentlemen, my country estate is at your disposal. There might even be a little something in the refrigerator. Regards, Hank.
Let it be low and brown.
Low and brown.
When you want the taste of a truly great American beer, tonight, let it be low and brow.
Here's the Hank. Wherever he is.
Low and brown.
Following the game, CBS Sports presents live coverage of the finals of the U.S. Open Tennis Championships. You'll say you saw it on CBS Sports.
And that battle between McEnroe and Gerolaitis is also for the city championship of New York, right?
I heard somebody say that fans up there didn't like either of them. Who are they going to cheer for?
And of course, Chris Everett Lloyd goes up against Tracy Austin in the women's final. 1st and 10. Lions at their 36. Comlow. Little screen out to the far side to Freddie Scott, and Scott takes it up to the 45 for a pickup of 9 yards on the play.
Well, speaking of that tennis match, that's got to be a good one because both of them worked hard to get there. Have to like McEnroe in it, though. Well, he's really playing well.
He is. Redskins this year had the lowest total of draft picks they've ever had in the NFL. I guess any team has ever had. They only had 5. And 4 of the 5 made it to opening day, so that's pretty good average. Next year, they've got a number 1. I don't know what they're going to do with it.
They won't know what to do either, I guess. It's been a long time.
On 2nd and 1, Comlow throws it over the middle. Wide open is Scott. At the 45 down to the 41-yard line of the Washington Redskins. First down. Brad Dusek, number 59, made the stop. Obviously, the Redskins not expecting the pass.
Well, a little play action, too, and you see they hold everybody. He gets good protection, makes a good throw again. Jeff Comlow can throw the football, and he's done it when he's had time to put it up. He's put it up very accurately. He has thrown a couple bad passes when he was just trying to go for the bomb, and he's had a couple of them picked off too.
1st and 10 from the Redskin 40-yard line. Again, the Lions appear to be driving. Last time, of course, it ended in the interception. Kane continues to run well. Let's see if we get a flag there. No flag. Some of the fans thought there might have been a late hit there on the part of Dave Butts, who landed on top of Kane, and looks like Butts came out on the short end of the deal, huh?
That's right. Rick Kane looking for some sympathy there, saying, look, he hit me late, but Butts was the one that jumped on him, 285 pounds, a lot of weight.
Official timeout as Butts is down in the field. Don't forget tonight on CBS, 60 Minutes, All in the Family, and One Day at a Time. Another hard-hitting edition of 60 Minutes following the U.S. Open Tennis Championships. Archie and Edith Bunker come along. Bonnie Franklin and One Day at a Time. And you'll see why when you're looking at CBS, you are looking good.
Sure, Dave Butts doesn't feel that way right now. Looks like he hurt his leg a little bit.
Timeout here with 4:40 left to play in the third period, and the Redskins leading the Lions 24-3.
If we could take you through the plant to show you what is new and let you see what's going on and watch the things we do. If you could see the cars and trucks we're working on for you, you'd say incredible. Ford, that's incredible.
Introducing the Incredible Ford Factory Tour. Come and see the incredible things we're doing to produce a new generation of more fuel-efficient cars and trucks.
If you could see tomorrow the way it looks to us today, you'd say incredible. Ford, that's incredible.
To take the Incredible Ford Factory Tour, write us for information.
Dave Butts coming over. It looks like his knee hits that hard AstroTurf going down, and he went down and looked like he was hurt, but he did walk off the field under his own power.
Back to live action on 2nd down 5 for the Lions at the 35-yard line. Bo Robinson, the rookie fullback, is in the game once again. He carries to the 32. Looks like they're a couple of yards short of the first down. 3rd down coming up.
Looked like Butts just said, may have been his knee that he banged when he went down, but let's hope that it isn't serious.
Well, he walked off the field under his own power without assistance. Lawrence Gaines, number 38, big running back, has come into the lineup for the Detroit Lions in this 3rd and 2. He's had a lot of knee problems. He came up, they thought he was just going to be a super runner. They give it to the second man, Robinson. He did not make it. Did not make it.
They didn't make it. I think you're going to have to go for it here.
Got to.
They're going to have to go for it. You know, Frank, we were talking about Steve Grogan having thrown 4 touchdown passes in the first half. He also was 9 of 12 for 238 yards.
Oh, he is coming back strong. 4th down and a yard for the Lions at the Redskin 31-yard line. Luther Blue has come into the game for the first time at a wide receiver. Flag down. Kane picked up the first, but we got a penalty marker. He took it down to the 26, wipe it out. It's against Detroit. Boy, they can't win for losing.
And it looked like Russ Bollinger, the right guard, moved in a little quickly there. 4th-year man out of Long Beach State.
Now they'll be looking at 4th and 6.
Illegal motion, offensive right tackle, 4th down.
Maybe it was Dorney.
Another big weekend, regional games coming up. These 4 next Sunday afternoon on CBS. And it's going to be our first CBS doubleheader Sunday. Got a good one for you, too.
Right.
The national game, the Chicago Bears and the Dallas Cowboys next Sunday afternoon on CBS. 4th and 6. Lions at the 36-yard line of the Washington Redskins. Comlow, little look in over the middle, intercepted. Houston, 30, 35, 40. Kenny Houston to midfield and dropped at the 49-yard line. of the Detroit Lions. Third interception off Kumlo, and again the boos rain down from above.
Well, they go to the well one time too often. They had some success throwing that little looky pass to Dave Hill, and you see Brad Dusick was right with him all the way. The ball came out. Kenny Houston picks it off. The 6th interception in 2 games for the Washington Redskins.
That's a pretty impressive statistic right there. Houston, of course, great veteran Pro Bowl performer. Been in the Pro Bowl last 11 years. Officials mark it right at midfield, so it's first down from the 50-yard line. Ricky Thompson in motion. Theismann hands off to Malone. He fumbled it. Looks like the Lions got it back. Lions recover at the 47-yard line.
See if we can pick up this fumble. Just a direct handoff. You see Malone cutting back. He's got the ball pulled away. Purifoy comes in and kind of strips the ball from him, pulls it out of his hand. Williams tries to go in after the ball. The Lions come up with it.
Eddie Cole, the rookie linebacker, number 50, made the recovery. That's the first turnover?
I think it is.
By the Redskins? I believe so.
There you go. Detroit's had 5. Washington.
They've got a few to go to catch up.
Well, they do.
First down, Lions at their 46-yard line. 2:50 left in the third period. Kumlo looking and in trouble, and swamped back at the 41.
He had Rick Kane wide open behind Rich Malott.
There's Monty Clark on the right of your screen, and one of his assistants, Bob Schnelker, the offensive coordinator, on the left. He's the fellow with the glasses.
Second and 15.
Boy, this is the time you see him. He's the one that sends in the plays. You'd like somebody else to be making some of these calls.
Loss of 5 on the play. It is second and 15 for the Lions at their 41-yard line.
Good pass rush that time by the front 4 of the Skins.
Thompson wide to the right side. You see Scott in the slot down at the bottom of your screen. Kumlo. Thompson at the 47. They say he was down at that point. And Thompson is claiming that nobody touched him. Why should he be down? Why shouldn't he be allowed to get up and run some more?
If there was any contact at all, hard to tell. Kumlo again, when given time, he's been able to get the ball out there.
I needed 15 for the first down. They picked up 13. That'll set up third down and a long 2 needed for the first.
Redskins going to their nickel defense. They bring in Ray Waddy. Had an outstanding day in the opening game against the Oilers.
Scott wide to the right side. Luther Blue is flanked to the left. Kane and Robinson in the backfield. Rick Kane trying to pick up the first and does. Spinning his way down to the 42-yard line of the Washington Redskins. Mark Murphy makes the stop. He's had a pretty good afternoon for Washington.
Good call that time by the Lions. Redskins expecting pass. They went to a little off tackle play, enough for the first down. 24-3 with the time running out in the third quarter. Under a minute.
First and 10, Detroit at the Washington 42-yard line. Again, Kane to the 40, to the 35, to the 34. And then fumbles it out of bounds. Brad Dusick on the tackle, but again, Kane picks up some pretty good yardage. He's been the hardest runner that the Lions have had this afternoon.
I'm sure Brad Dusick saying, why all this running at me? As a rookie linebacker on the other side, let him make some tackles.
Kane getting a breather. Imagine Dusick and Talbert and a few of those guys are wondering what to do for company now with all you old-timers gone.
Hard to find someone to go out and get a malt with.
I thought you'd say something like that. Robinson. Close for the first down at the 32-yard line. The rookie running back from West Texas State. Paul Smith is now in the ball game at a defensive tackle position.
I think we're going to have a little measurement here to see how close they are.
We're down to the final 5 seconds of the third quarter. Redskins led at halftime 17-3, and that's how much the Lions need for the first down.
Boy, New Orleans and Green Bay, they're having a Donnybrook, aren't they? It's 12-0 at halftime. New Orleans leading Green Bay. Green Bay's come back. Now it's 14-12, Green Bay over New Orleans.
Marty Smith is running for a touchdown, and David Whitehurst doing the same. There's the gun. That is the end of the third period of play here at the Silverdome in Pontiac, Michigan. With the score, the Redskins 24, the Lions 3. We now pause for a word from your local station.
This fall, meet two aspiring janitors, two brothers who will bumble, stumble, and fumble their way into your hearts. Michael Keaton and Jim Belushi are two working stiffs. Saturdays.
This is CBS.
Welcome back to the Pontiac Silverdome. Frank Lieber along with Sonny Jurgensen. And as I recall, the Redskins were in front last week against the Oilers as we head into the last period.
They don't want the same thing to happen, I can tell you that. That's why you see their starters still on the football field.
Well, we have a little more comfortable cushion right now, leading by a score of 24-3 as we go back to work. Third down and a yard for the Lions at the 31-yard line. And again, the Redskins jam them up pretty good at the line of scrimmage, but they didn't need that much, and they picked up the first down.
Where Don Hover stuck him right as he went up in the air to try to pick up the first down. He met him, but they didn't have but a couple of inches to go for it, and they picked it up.
First and 10, Lions with the nose of the ball just outside the Redskin 30-yard line.
The NFL champion Pittsburgh Steelers leading Houston now in the third period, 17-0.
That's impressive. They were supposed to be hurt coming in too. Here's Kamlo. Wide open. Thompson down at the 10. He's at the 5. He's out of bounds at the 3. One of the Redskin defensive backs slipped back there just as the pass was on its way to Thompson. I think it might have been Parrish. See, we take another look at it because he turned out to be wide open, and again a pretty good throw by the rookie quarterback.
Thompson, Leonard Thompson, very fast. He gets good protection again. You see running the play action. Lortz comes around, making a last rush at him. Joe Lavender, a little way off, giving him a little room, a little cushion there. And they get it down inside. Good opportunity for the Lions to get a touchdown.
Officials mark it at the 4. It is first down and goal to go. Kamlo trying to lead him across. It is Thompson in motion. The fake to Robinson. Wide open. Number 80, Ulysses Norris. Rookie tight end. Norris concerned about going out of bounds at the 1-yard line, but he didn't have anybody near him.
He didn't. He should have been upfield. Unusual call. You see Tony Peters on the rush there coming in. Look at that. Nobody was just trying to keep from going out of bounds. Had a sure touchdown. Could have been in the end zone very easily then. Second down, goal to go.
Detroit at the Redskin 4. Lions trailing 24-3. Robinson, a yard to the 3-yard line. Robinson running in the backfield right now with Lawrence Gaines, number 38. Couple of bulls back there. Dusek making the stop.
And Kenny Houston too. Well, when you throw that ball first down, you see Houston making the first contact. When you throw that ball first down inside of the 5-yard.
Out and talk it over with head coach Monty Clark.
He also wants to be sure here because they're gonna run the thing for 2 downs to make sure they get in for the touchdown.
So again, timeout here at the Pontiac Silverdome with the Redskins leading the Lions 24-3.
Gentlemen, tonight we're brought together here by 2 teams we all love. Good food and light beer from Miller. I want to take this opportunity myself to tell you. I tell you, I don't get no respect.
Garçon, je dis saignant. Si elle est pas saignante, sounds good, but what is it?
Meatloaf sandwich and a light. Gentlemen, as we all know and appreciate, light has 1/3 less calories than a regular beer, and it's less filling.
But the best thing is, it tastes great.
Less filling. Gentlemen.
Hey, Deacon, pass the roll. Hey, Charlie, that's my beer.
No, this is by your broccoli. This is my broccoli.
That's my beer.
What's wrong with you guys?
Hey, Bubba, you want the peas?
Ooh,
Hey, you gonna eat all that?
Just showing off.
Gentlemen, in closing, I'd like to think I speak for all of us when I say if it wasn't for light, I wouldn't be where I am today.
Hey, you big power!
Light beer from Miller. Everything you always wanted in a beer, and less.
All right, you've been here a time or two. 3rd and goal to go from the 3-yard line going in. To call this one for me.
Well, you're not gonna kick a field goal here. So there are a lot of alternatives. I don't know what their game plan was going in, but you're gonna go for it on 4th down. So you got a lot of choices.
Gaines and Robinson in the backfield. It is Robinson down to the goal line and over. Touchdown, Detroit. Bo Robinson scores his first NFL touchdown.
Knowing that they were going to go on 4th down if they didn't make it here, the run was the safest thing they could do. Robinson, that's why they started this young man from West Texas State, and he gets in for his first NFL touchdown.
Notice for the goal line on that particular play. Benny Ricardo to try the extra point with Swider, the punter, the hold. You notice how many of these soccer kickers have number 1 on their jerseys? Herrera, Septien, Ricardo. Extra point try is good, and with 13 minutes and 28 seconds left to play in the game, the Redskins lead has been trimmed to 24-10.
I never worry about what brand name part my mechanic puts on my car. That doesn't make me a bad guy. I go to a professional mechanic I can trust, so I trust the parts he uses. He uses Mopar. It means nothing to me, but it means a lot to him. Mopar fits all American-made cars. Foreign cars, too. And they're used by professional mechanics all over the world. If the professional trusts Mopar, I trust Mopar. Does he make me happy? He makes it his business.
Trust your car to Mopar. Radio Shack has slashed the price on one of our top-of-the-line stereo systems. Right now, save $310 on this impressive realistic hi-fi. You get this quality AM/FM stereo receiver, a pair of realistic tower speakers, and this precision belt drive turntable, all for only $579. A great entertainment bargain and a beautiful addition to your home. The sale-priced realistic stereo system, just $579, only at Radio Shack, a Tandy company.
Next Saturday at 4:30 Eastern, the CBS Sports Spectacular brings you action in the ring with Howard Davis. Action on the rink with top American skaters vying for national honors. Action on the road with the Italian Grand Prix. You'll say, you saw it on CBS Sports.
Brand new season on the CBS Sports Spectacular gets underway next Saturday with the big fight from Houston, the Italian Grand Prix and the U.S. Amateur Roller Skating Championships. Ricardo ready to kick off. Interesting to see now if the Lions defense can hold the Redskins. They can move back into this ball game. High kick and very short. Harris fields it at the 16-yard line. He's up to the 20-yard line, and we got penalty markers all over the play. Harris still on his feet and finally dropped back at the 17. Do you care to venture a guess?
Oh, he was clipping. It was clipping real early. The official had trouble getting his flag out. I tell you, that line defense should be all fired up now because they'd like to force another turnover and see if they can't get back in this ball game.
And the Redskins, with a lot of young football players, may be thinking now back to last week, hey, we were ahead 2 touchdowns in the last quarter against Houston. Could it be happening again?
And they're starting inside of that 10-yard line.
Personal foul, clipping, number 51 on the run back. First down.
Monty Coleman guilty of the clip. What the Redskins want to do here is be careful, have a good drive, eat up some time on the clock. Don't make any mistakes. Don't beat yourself.
Don't turn it over. Malone and Riggins, the setbacks behind Theismann. Line crowd getting noisy. Riggins trying to get outside.
He fumbles.
Back, fumbles the ball. Who's got it? Detroit recovers at the 13-yard line.
It looks like a replica of last week. John Riggins did the same thing against the Oilers. The same thing happened. The exact type of play. Riggins got the ball. See what happens. He loses it. Had it in his left hand. The ball is loose. The Lions come up with it. 1st and 10 on about the 12-yard line. Take a look at it again. See what happens to the football.
Al Baker, number 60, winds up at the bottom of the pile on top of the football. He made the fumble recovery, and things are getting interesting now here in Pontiac, Michigan. The Lions with a first down at the Redskin 12-yard line. Touchdown here closes it to 24-17, and still lots of time left. The rookie, Jeff Comlow, at the command, comes out throwing on first down and throws it away.
And boy, did he make a good play in throwing that thing away.
Leonard Thompson, number 39, was the intended receiver. Parrish was back there with him.
I don't understand the call, Frank. You're going after one of the best single coverage people in the league in Lamar Parrish, and they went right to the strength of the Redskin defense.
That's the second straight series now they've thrown on first down.
Yes. Wanted to get one in a hurry.
Luther Blue, number 89, in the Detroit lineup. 2nd and 10 to go from the 12-yard line. Kane to the 5. Kane in for the touchdown.
Look out. Boy, did they get some blocking. Excellent blocking here. Watch this. Kane cuts back. Homer Elias made the block that sprung him loose. Watch your left guard. Homer Elias, number 61, going out, throwing a block right here. Just cuts back in, gets in for the touchdown.
Kane goes in, standing up from 12 yards away. Ricardo with the extra point try. And the Lions have their second touchdown and 14 points in a period of 1 minute. 12:56 still left here in Pontiac, Michigan. Redskins lead now trimmed to 24-17.
Boy, did I save money on this hat.
Yeah?
We smart shoppers compare prices.
Wish we could do that with our homeowners insurance.
Compare with Allstate.
Compare?
Bring in your homeowner's policy and compare rates. Odds are Allstate might save you some money.
We can save you some money.
It does pay to compare.
Oh, it sure does. Love your hat. Oh.
Hey, where'd you get the hat?
You're in good hands with Allstate.
And that's a promise from us, the good hands people.
Nancy Hamilton will cross our path 8 times today. We're S-Mark. We own the companies that supply her peanut butter and turkeys, rubber gloves, and baby nursers, fertilizer, oil filters and motor oil, gasoline. We're S-Mark, a big company with a big stake in Nancy Hamilton and in you.
Don't go away. We've got a football game here in Pontiac, Michigan. 24-17. Redskins leading. The crowd is aroused. The Lions are aroused. And the Redskins now have their work cut out for them.
Well, they've made it tough on themselves because they had everything under control, leading 24-3. Made a couple of mistakes. 24-17 with a lot of time left.
Boy, listen to this crowd. They are really pumped up now. They gave the Lions a standing ovation during the timeout. Ricardo ready to kick off. Hardiman is deep. Good boot. Chasing Hardiman back to the goal line. Out to the 10, 15, 20. Hardiman across the 25 to the 26. Keep in mind, Project SOS, the speed of sound, coming up next Saturday on CBS as stuntman Stan Barrett tries to break the sound barrier in his rocket-powered vehicle out in Utah. That event will be aired on videotape next Saturday afternoon on CBS.
Things are getting a little tight now, aren't they?
Crowd is really pumped up now. 1st and 10 from the 26. They go right back to Riggins. This time he hangs onto the football and gets across the 31 for a pickup of 5.
I like that call because it gives John Riggins some confidence after fumbling last play to come right back and say, okay, we're not giving up on, we need you. They went right back to him, gave him the football again. This time he held on, picked up about 4 yards.
Second down, call it 6 for the first down. Redskins at their 31. Theismann with good protection to Wiggins over the middle. Looks like he may be a little bit shy of the first down at the 37. Eddie Cole, number 50, the middle linebacker, and Charlie Weaver, number 59 on the hit. Now let's see if he did make it. It is a first down, they say.
That's a real good call against young linebackers. The fullback that lays in the backfield and then kind of checks over, just kind of drifts out of the backfield. Very safe pass to throw, and he picks up a first down.
Redskins first and 10 at their 37. What they need now is a long drive, eat up a lot of the clock, get some points out of it. Theismann has put the ball in the air very sparingly. Redskins have been able to run well against this young line defense. Fake into the middle, Theismann back to throw it. Flag is down, he gets it away, completes it to Malone at the 45, and Benny Malone to the 50. Let's see what the penalty was. Hunter, number 28 on the stop.
Some kind of penalty. It may be contact downfield. Defensive holding, isn't it?
That's the preliminary indication we get, is that it will go against Detroit.
28 defense, holding, refused, first down.
Redskins decline the penalty, take the gain instead.
I don't know if we can pick it up. Theismann not having anyone to throw to immediately. Showing you that scrambling ability. Goes outside a gain, then finds Benny Malone coming across. You see the flag was already down on the field before the completion.
First down at midfield. 11 minutes, 13 seconds left to play. Redskins' lead has been trimmed to 24-17. Hardiman caught behind the line of scrimmage, but he doesn't go down easily. Charlie Weaver, number 59. The veteran linebacker playing in his 113th game for the Detroit Lions makes the stop on the Redskin rookie running back.
Had some other scores, Frank. St. Louis after trailing the New York Giants 14-0. Scored 21 on unanswered points, now lead 21-14. Buffalo leading Cincinnati 24-17. Pittsburgh 24-0 over Houston.
Second and 16. Redskins at their 43. Hardiman, nothing up the middle. That defense is really aroused. You see Al Baker, the big all-pro defender, number 60, leading the defensive charge for the Lions. Hardiman wondering where the hole is.
One thing you try not to do in a football game is encourage your opponents.
Third and 16.
That's exactly what happened with the Redskins. They did. They're aroused now, and they're playing football.
Third down. Redskins need 16 for the first down at their 44. We'll keep a close eye on the clock for you as that becomes a factor. Just under 10 minutes left to play in the game. Liggins needed 16, got about 5. So the Lions have held, and the Redskins will have to punt.
Very conservative call, huh?
I would say so.
16 yards, trying to run a draw play for the 16 yards. Didn't want to put it up, risk the interception.
Bragg will punt. Leonard Thompson is deep, single safety for the Lions, standing back on his 10. Bragg has punted twice. Thompson lets this one sail in at the 5 and on into the end zone. Touchback, 51 yards on the punt. Lions will get it at the 20-yard line. 9 minutes and 6 seconds left to play here at the Pontiac Silverdome. Washington leading Detroit 24-17.
Some guys never learn. They're still taking it on the chin. Gotcha. Norelco offers the Norelco rotary razor. Not 1 or 2 blades, but 36 blades inside 3 adjustable floating heads and a unique shaving angle for a very close shave without a nick or cut. So say hello to the Norelco rotary razor and say goodbye to Gotcha.
Take care of your car at Kmart.
Your Kmart Automotive Center has the answer to your muffler problem. the zinc-coated double-wrapped Kmart arrestor muffler. Have it installed by Kmart, and if anything goes wrong, they'll replace it free as long as you own your American-made car. The arrestor, zinc-coated and double-wrapped like the best. And best of all, Kmart price. Get it at Kmart Automotive Centers across the USA, where quality auto products are Kmart priced.
This young man took a summer job in this plush resort hotel, but he never expected this. It's The Last Resort, premiering Wednesdays this fall on CBS.
Something for everyone tomorrow night on CBS. Bugs Bunny, Buff the Magic Dragon, MASH, WKRP, and Lou Grant. Great night of television tomorrow on CBS. We're in Detroit. Crowd is fired up, so are the Lions. They trail by 21. They now trail by 7. First down at their 20-yard line. They've been running well so far against the Redskins. Bo Robinson on that carry. Doesn't get much. Their leading rusher now is Kane, who came off the bench and has carried 7 times for 60 yards, including the 12-yard touchdown run.
Tyrone went right around the block and made the tackle. Good play.
Solid no gain, 2nd and 10.
Finally took Steve Grogan out. Frankie had 5 touchdown passes. They lead 49-3 now.
I guess his arm's a little tired. Here's Kane. Busting up the middle, out across the 25 to the 26. He does get a start, I'll tell you that. Jack Pardee, the head coach of the Washington Redskins in his 2nd year.
He's chewing that ice. You see him?
Is he different from George Allen, or would that take you all day?
Isn't everyone different?
You said it, I didn't. 3rd down. Lions need 4 for the first down. Rookie Jeff Kamlo out of DeMatha High School in Washington. Rushes on by the Redskins. He gets it away. Incomplete. Intended for Hill, the tight end, his favorite target this afternoon. Mark Murphy on the tackle. The pass is ruled incomplete.
He just drops back a crossing pattern again. He gets good protection. Didn't quite get it out in front of him far enough. A little bit behind him. Murphy all over him. Jars the ball loose.
Slider in to do the punting.
Yeah, they're going to have to kick it away now. The Baltimore Colts are leading Tampa Bay 17-13 now. That's in the 2nd quarter.
Hardiman is deep, the leading punt returner in the NFL. Redskins with 10 men on the line of scrimmage and dancing around up there. McDaniel almost got in there. Hardiman makes the catch and is immediately drilled.
Oh, what a gamble he took there.
Leonard Thompson, number 39, on the tackle. Hardiman refusing to go at the fair catch, and that could have been disastrous.
Here's the score. The Bears 19, Minnesota 7. 43-yard run by Walter Payton was their last score. Green Bay has really bounced back now. They've scored 21 points. Steve Atkins, University of Maryland, on a 3-yard run, made it 21-12. Green Bay over New Orleans.
1st and 10, Redskins at their 41-yard line. 7.5 minutes remaining. Theismann, big rush, gets the screen away to Riggins. He's at the 40 and caught from behind at the 43. So after all is said and done, a pickup of just a couple of yards on the play. It was Gay who made the stop for the Detroit Lions. Here's some more scores for you.
St. Louis at 21st point. They came back. They trailed 14-0. Wayne Morris on a 3-yard run for their 3rd touchdown. Buffalo 31, Cincinnati 17.
Well, you wonder about Cincinnati. They got everybody healthy this year. They should be doing well.
Boy, and look at Pittsburgh. Are they telling you they're strong?
2nd down, 7. Redskins at their 43. Great power up the middle and virtually nothing there as Weaver and O'Neal collaborate on Clarence Harmon and stop him at the 45-yard line. Ed O'Neal, who is one of 3 Lion players who were benched apparently after their performance last week against Tampa Bay. There's the update on that New England-New York Jets game.
Well, they finally took out Grogan after 5 touchdown passes. Tom Owen comes in and hits John Westbrook with another one, 49-3. Baltimore over Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay just came back on a Doug Williams pass.
3rd and 6. Theismann has the pass tipped, and it is caught anyway and dropped. Incomplete. The intended receiver was Gene Fugit. Doug Jones, number 46, there to break it up. Somebody got a hand on it. And one of the lines, Al Baker, getting up a little slowly and heading off the field.
Well,
in some discomfort.
That was a heck of a play by both Gene Fugit and Doug Jones to go up the way they did. Fugit almost made a great catch, but Jones knocked the ball loose.
Thompson is deep, so is Calicut, as Bragg comes in to do the punting.
Fugit is down on the side of the field and walking off the field. He may have gotten leg cramps or something. Now he seems to be limping, getting some help off.
Yeah, he started off the field and then kind of went down on one knee.
Yes, he did. He could have been cramped. You see him, they're taking him over to the bench there. A little help from Don Warren.
Of course, the temperature inside the Silver Dome is right at, what, 78, I guess. Got to set it at 78, right?
I set it at 78.
No matter how big your building is. Here's Bragg to do the punting. Redskins protecting that 7-point lead. Lions play and return all the way. Kick is a little bit short. Calicut watches it bounce at the 20-yard line. And it is down by Phil DuBose. 33-yard kick. Ball is down at the 22-yard line. And Detroit takes over there. As we mentioned, Al Baker went out on that last series in some discomfort. And he is still sitting on the sideline being tended to by the trainers of the Detroit Lions. Don't forget U.S. Open Tennis Championships from Flushing Meadow coming up next on CBS. Geraldinus and McEnroe in the men's final. Everett Lloyd against Tracy Austin on the women's side. Gamlo hands off to Kane. Kane is out to the 25, fights his way to the 29. I'll tell you, the way this guy has run, I got to start him next week.
I got to go along with you. He has really done some good running today, and the effort he puts in his running. Here again, gets a good block. It goes outside, but watch his second effort. Leaping, spinning, doing everything he can to get all he can out of the run.
He picked up 8, 2nd and 2, Lions at their 29.
Got 79 yards.
They're that far away from tying it. Kane tries the left side. Looks like he stopped short of the first down this time. He was bothered most of last year by sore ankles. Was a 3rd-round draft choice in 1977 by the Lions. 1,000-yard runner at San Jose State, where he played for current Michigan State coach Gerald Rogers. Interesting fact, as a student at San Jose, Rick Kane was once employed as a locker room guard at San Francisco's Candlestick Park when Monty Clark was coaching.
Oh, is
that something?
Isn't that called tampering?
Oh, no. 3rd and 1. They've got the first down and then some. Bo Robinson looked like he was going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage, but the Lions rookie from West Texas State shook off the tackle, picked up the first down at the 44.
Boy, he does make a run here. Kind of an unusual call, a little delay, more or less behind the line. You see him break the tackle there. Rich Malott runs free on Joe Lavender, but had the ball a little loose. Dusick almost jarred that ball loose and coming across.
Clock continues to move. There are 4 minutes exactly left to play in this football game. 1st and 10, Lions at their 44-yard line. They trail by 7. Handoff goes to Robinson over the right side to the 50, 45, 45, 40, down to the 30, down to the 26-yard line. Ken Houston saved the touchdown. Robinson just running over people.
Boy, does he make a run. You can see why they started him and why they were so pleased with him. and not afraid to go with a rookie. You see, he never quit running, kept driving. Well, they were lucky to bring him down.
29 yards and a first down for the Lions at the Redskin 26. Kane stumbles as he cuts, falls forward to the 24 for a pickup of 2. It'll be 2nd and 8. Less than 3 minutes to play in the game now. Touchdown and an extra point, of course, could set up the possibility of the 15-minute sudden death overtime period. 2nd down. Lions need 8 for the first down. They're at the Redskin 24. 2 minutes, 30 seconds and counting. Rookie Jeff Comlow back to throw. Has protection. Still looking. Finally gets it away and almost intercepted. Houston almost intercepted it. Hill was the intended receiver and Freddie Scott was also there. Number 87, he almost brought it down before it went out of bounds. Wild, wild finish. Packers lead New Orleans 21-19. That one's gone back and forth. Clock stops with 2:20 left to play. It is 3rd down 8 for the Lions. They want to call time. Jeff Comlow will move over to the near sideline for a word with the head coach, Monty Clark, and Bob Schnelker, the offensive coordinator. Boy, this has turned into some football game. In case you joined us late, Redskins had it under control the entire first half, though the Lions did score first, leading 3-0, and the Redskins capitalizing on some turnovers. A couple of interceptions. Ran up a 17-3 lead at the intermission. Lions came out and fumbled. Bussey did on the first play of the 3rd period. And the Redskins went zip, 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 and they had another touchdown. And it was 24-3, and it looked like the rout was on. And then, of course, the Lions stormed back with 2 touchdowns of their own. That's a new score. Cardinals just put 6 up on the board and lead the Giants in the 3rd period 27-14. Great comeback by St. Louis after being down 14-0. Redskins return home after this game and face the Giants a week from tomorrow night, Monday night game. And the Lions hit the road to take on the Jets, who are in the process of being dissected today by the New England Patriots and Steve Grogan. There's the stat on the 3rd down conversion. Big play for the Lions on 3rd and 7 from the Redskin 24-yard line. Comlow standing calmly in the pocket. Scott at the 2. He is down to the 1-yard line. Touchdown! Touchdown! Freddie Scott. Look at this action. Here it is again. Comlow standing calmly into the pocket, waiting for Scott to break across the middle. He does. He's hit at the goal line, but the officials say that he was in. Great view of it there, right from the goal line. Ricardo, and this will tie it up. Brand new ball game with 2 minutes and 13 seconds left to play. Are you believing this? Well, we may be looking at sudden death. What a comeback by the Lions. Trailing 24-3 in the 3rd period. They have stormed back to tie the Redskins. This ball club and this crowd is on fire. Now they're chanting defense. Standing ovation for the Lions. Sonny Jurgensen is headed down on the field. we go to sudden death. He may be back. (24-24). 2 minutes, 13 seconds left. Hardiman is deep. Flanked by Lonnie Perrin and Don Harris as Ricardo prepares to kick off. Comlo is now 11 out of 22 for 162 yards. Good deep kickoff. Hardiman at the 5, 15, 20, and run out of bounds near the 25. Listen to this chant of defense erupting now from this partisan Detroit Lion crowd. There's the book on that last scoring drive. 78 yards, 7 plays. Comlo delivering the touchdown pass to Freddie Scott. First and 10, Redskins at their 24-yard line. Incomplete. Pass intended for Danny Buggs. Buggs claiming he caught it, but the official says no, that he trapped the ball. It'll be second and 10. Two-minute warning going to both benches. Exactly 2 minutes left to play in the ball game, and we're tied here at the Pontiac Silverdome. 24 all.
It's official. Ford's answer to rebates, the largest incentives ever available to its dealers. The biggest clearance offer in Ford history just got bigger. See your Ford dealer and discover how many hundreds of dollars you can save on new trimmer LTDs, Mustang pace car replicas, elegant Thunderbirds, tough V8 pickups, vans, Broncos, Rancheros. Compare the total Ford deal with any other. You may well find it's the best value overall.
You know, trying to run a Major League Baseball club isn't all fun and games.
The pressure's always on. And for guys like us, there's no off-season.
So when you wheel and deal as much as we do, you can't afford to get filled up.
That's why we drink light beer from Miller. It's got a third less calories than their regular beer, and it tastes great, too.
How about that trade? How about throwing in Bud Harrelson?
Let's see, Bud Harrelson, Gates Brown, and Mudcat Grant.
Right, for 2 Blue Powells and a Ferris Payne.
Light beer from Miller. Everything you always wanted in a beer, and less.
I want a Frank Malzone.
Mike Labor with Sonny Jurgensen. Pontiac Silverdome. 2 minutes left to play. There's the book on Joe Theismann. 9 out of 14 thus far in the afternoon. Redskins second and 10 from their 23. And it is really getting noisy here. Theismann asked the official for a timeout because he cannot hear the signals.
I'll tell you one thing, Frank. They realize how loud it is here at this stadium because last year they were talking about it because they had a close one here last year. But for the Lions to come back the way they have, well, you have to admire them, and this crowd is a part of it.
Now they'll get the same business again, I'm sure, when they come up to the line of scrimmage from the crowd. Listen to them. It is noisy. Second and 10. Theismann rolling to his right. Flag goes down as the pass is completed over the middle to Don Warren, number 85, the rookie tight end at the 30-yard line. That could be pass interference.
I think so. I think he had a hand on his back. You see the signal there. Had a little hand, little contact before the completion.
Of course, he caught the ball nevertheless, but the pass interference penalty.
Defensive pass interference, number 46, first down.
So that goes against Doug Jones. The big thing there, you take the penalty because it's a first down. 1:52 left.
Theismann did a smart thing that last play, rolling away from Baker, getting away from him.
Hand off Riggins, sweeping the left side up to the 35 and ridden out of bounds in front of the Redskins bench at the 38-yard line by Doug Jones, number 46. Now keep in mind that the Redskins have all 3 of their timeouts left. That's going to be a big factor here.
It has to be with 1:45 left because last week they got the ball in the last 2 minutes They only had 2 timeouts. This week, they realized the importance of that. They're going in with the 3.
You saw Harmon, number 38, duck into the huddle with the play selection from the bench as Jack Pardee is sending this one. McDaniel wide, or rather Buggs wide to the right side, and Thompson set in the slot inside of him at the bottom of your screen. Little swing pass out to Benny Malone, who is ripped down at the 42, and we get a flag.
You're going to get another flag here.
Could be a face mask.
Yep, that's what it is.
There's another break for the Redskins. 1 minute, 36 seconds left to play. 5 yards, walked off, moves it out to the 47-yard line. First down.
Number 28 defense, face mask penalty, first down.
So 2 penalties against the Lions in this drive, giving the Redskins 2 big first downs.
The big thing to have right here is poise. Both sides need poise, young teams.
Thompson to the left side, Buggs to the right. Wiggins straight up the middle to the 49-yard line. A pickup of 2 on that play. Dave Purifoy, number 75, making the stop.
Clock still running, down to 1 minute and 20 seconds now.
Second down, Redskins need 8 for the first down. They're at their 49-yard line. They have all 3 timeouts left, but you can see the time ticking away.
They don't need but a couple of first downs before they get in field goal range for Mark Mosley.
Here's Theismann, another flag down. Pass overthrown, intended for Thompson. The flag went down on the opposite side of the field. Let's see what this one is. There's 3 penalties coming up here in 4 plays. 2 have gone against the Lions. This is a motion penalty against the Redskins.
I think they'll refuse this one.
What do you do here, Sonny? You take the penalty, or do you decline it and make it 3rd down and 8?
I'm sure the coaches are going to make this call from the sidelines.
It'll
be 3rd down and about.
They got 3rd and 8 if they don't take the penalty, or 2nd and 13.
I think
from
I'm going to go 3rd and 8. I'm going to give them 3rd and 8 if it's me.
It's Doug English, number 78, the defensive captain of the Lions, talking with Gene Bart, the referee. English wants instructions from Monty Clark, and I think Monty has indicated decline it.
Illegal motion, 88 offense, refused, 3rd down and 8.
So a big play for the Redskins of this drive. 3rd down, they need 8 for the first down. They're at their own 49-yard line. 59 seconds left to play, and the score is tied.
Big play. Big play for the Skins.
Buggs to the left side, Thompson to the right. Theismann handing off to Malone on 3rd and 8. He's fighting for it, and I think he got it. He went out of bounds at the 43-yard line, very close to the first down. It depends on where they mark it. Well, that's got to be a surprise.
Take a look at this play. What a call on 3rd and 8 to run a sweep. Go outside. Benny Malone, good blocking. Excellent blocking, just breaks a tackle. Gets enough for the first down.
It was Ron Saul, number 64, who cleared the way for Benny Malone with a key block. And it is a Redskin first down at the 44.
Well, that's some kind of call. That tells you what Jack Pardee was going to do on 4th down, because he was going to go for it on 4th down too. He wasn't about to punt the ball to the Lions.
Redskins still have all 3 timeouts left. They have a first down at the 44-yard line of Detroit. Here's Theismann. In trouble. Another flag goes down. The pass is incomplete. Intended for Warren. They say he trapped it. And we may have a holding call coming up against the Redskins. Preliminary indication is holding against Washington.
Well, this is a costly one because they were very close to Mark Mosley's range.
How far you figure Mosley can kick it?
He can kick it 55, 57 yards.
Number 64, offense, illegal use of the hands.
I didn't hear you with all that bedlam going on. How far you think he can kick it, Sonny?
I think he can kick it. I think he can kick it 60 yards if you give him the opportunity. He attempted one last week with 70, a little out of his range.
Here's a holding call once again.
Yes, you see Bob Kazeel got caught after Joe had scrambled.
That moves it back to the Redskin 46-yard line. Down reverts to first. Theismann goes over the middle. He's got Hardiman. Fumble the ball at the 50-yard line. They say he was ruled down. Redskins will get the ball at the 50. Woo. They say that Hardiman went down before he fumbled.
I think it was the correct call. He went on the ground before.
Redskins going to use a timeout now. This is their first timeout of their 3 with 36 seconds to go. They'll have the ball at the 50-yard line. It will be second down, and the Redskins need 17 for the first down. They have to get down to the 33-yard line to pick up the first. Joe Walton, center of your screen there. Redskins coaching staff along with Jack Pardee. Our telecast here in Detroit this afternoon, produced by Howard Reifsnyder and directed by Jim Silman. Our associate producer, Jay Frommert, and our field operations engineer, Ray Savignano. Technical directors, John Pumo and Stu Meyer, and the audio man is Tom Jimenez. Close, right, Tom?
Well, I'm glad you had to say that, Frank. I would have said Jimenez.
I'm sure you would have.
I know it is Jimenez.
Second and 17. Here we go. 36 seconds left. Redskins at midfield. Trying to pull it out. Score is tied. Theismann over the middle for Hardiman. Down at the 45-yard line. Redskins will call another timeout. They picked up 5 on the play. 1 timeout left now for Washington. Look at it again, Sonny.
Again, they're going to the little check down, a little double swing out of the backfield. You don't leave yourself a lot of protection. Joe had to throw the ball in a hurry. He makes a good throw. Both backs coming out of the backfield, giving the weak side back an option which way to go. The Redskins again call timeout. He goes to the bench, trying to find out. Let's get on the same page. We got 2 plays now with 26 seconds left. Seems like last week they had a timeout when they took the ball over with 26 seconds left in that one too.
By the way, New England has scored again. It's now 56-3 over the Jets. Coming up next, U.S. Open tennis. But not before we dispense with the proceedings here at the Silverdome in Pontiac, Michigan. I would say they need another first down or so, wouldn't you, to really get within Mosley's range?
I think so. Last week they went to a crossing pattern. They bring both wide receivers and the tight end across the middle of the field. It's an intermediate pass. It's thrown about 18 yards. They have a timeout. If they complete that type of pass, they can throw the ball in the middle field. They don't have to stop the pass or stop the play with a pass. They can throw it in the middle, call timeout, and let Mosley attempt the field goal.
Now, right now, if they didn't pick up any yardage on this play, Mosley would have to kick a 62-yarder. So they need some more yardage here. 3rd down and 11. From the Detroit 45, Joe Theismann. Downfield, he's got Thompson at the 30, first down. He did not get out of bounds, so the clock will keep rolling.
They call timeout.
That's going to be it for timeouts. 18 seconds left on the clock as Thompson limped off the field after making the catch, and a big reception it was. 16 yards.
Good protection this time, rolling out. He's had good protection this time. Makes a good throw right on time. Ricky Thompson, a little drag pattern from the slot position. Still in bounds. The clock runs down another 3 seconds. And Theismann calls timeout. Now they have to be careful if they complete one in bounds, because they'd have to line up in a hurry to kick that field goal. So they're going to be careful. If no one is open, he will throw the ball away.
I just don't think they could even take a chance at completing it in bounds and expecting to get another playoff. I don't believe it'll happen.
If it's short enough where you can catch up with your people again.
Now, right now, from this point, it would be a 46-yard field goal effort And here comes Mosley. I think they're going to try right now and not take the chance. The ball is at the 29. You figure he sets it back 7 and take it to the 36. That would make it a 46-yard try. 18 seconds left. This is the ball game right here.
You better believe it's in his range.
It is no good.
There's a flag down. There's a flag down. Hold on, there's a flag down. There may be too many men on the field.
It's going to be against the Lions.
I told you. 12 men on the field for the defense.
12 men on the field.
Oh.
Detroit. He's going to get another attempt. What a mental error to make in a situation like this.
That's got to kill you. Now instead of 46, it'll be a 41-yard effort. Lions are still trying to figure out who's supposed to be on and who isn't. Now they've got it straightened out. All right, ball now is at the 24. Theismann will put it down at the 31. So it will be a 41-yard try, and now the Lions are going to call time and give Mosley a chance to think about it. Well, that's something you normally do when you have a very young, inexperienced kicker, but I wouldn't think it'd bother Mosley that much. And getting a second chance, Sonny, I guess so you couldn't ask for more.
When a play that important, and people this late in the game that are tired, players going on and off the football field, it's up to that special teams coach to make sure he has the correct number, the correct people that he wants on the football field at that time. There's no excuse in anything like that.
Coming up next, the U.S. Open Tennis Championship Finals from Flushing Meadow. Gerolaitis against McEnroe, Everett Lloyd against Austin. Mosley misses this one. Almost certainly will go to sudden death overtime. There are 12 seconds showing on the clock. Here we go. His last effort from 46, slightly short and to the left. 41-yard field goal. This one's plenty far, and it's good. Mosley has hammered it home from 41 yards away. Boy, he gave it the big fist in the air, too.
You don't give him two chances. You don't give him two chances. One of the great kickers, the most accurate kickers I've ever held for. I held the football for 18 years. Great kicker. Big drive during the 2-minute drill. The Redskins never panicked. They kept their poise. Theismann rolled out, hit Thompson with a big play. And then they got the extra chance with a mental error by the Detroit Lions.
You got to say, Sonny, the Redskins got the breaks this afternoon. There have been several of them, the big ones, and they've all gone in Washington's favor, it seems.
Well, they did. They got a handful of them. They had everything under control. They let it get it out of hand a little bit. They made a couple of mistakes. Detroit got back into the game. You have to admire them for coming back the way they did, Frank. Then have it go down, have a chance to go into overtime, and have 12 men on the field.
8 seconds left. Redskins 27, Lions 24.
You know, that's an amazing thing. That happens. It happens every week in professional football. And that's one of the first things you learn when you play football. There are 11 men on a side.
There's several people on that line bench that'd like to crawl underneath it right now, I'm sure. Whoever was responsible.
And you have to admire that official for being alert and picking that up, too.
Squig kick. And the Redskins have recovered it. Washington recovers at the 48-yard line of the Detroit Lions. Well, I thought maybe he'd squib it, but not quite that short. Oklowitz on the recovery for Washington, and that should do it.
Onside kick goes to Washington.
Redskins will have to run just one play. And they will be home free with their first victory of the 1979 season. And what started out as rather a dull football game certainly has turned into a very exciting game. Redskins are out of timeouts, and so are the Lions. Lions want to call time, but they don't have any left, and that's it. What a finish, huh? Jack Pardee trotting across the field. And tough luck for Monty Clark. I'm sure Jack seeking out Monty there to extend his condolences. You got to give the Lions credit for a tremendous comeback in the second half, and to lose it on a mental error like that. And there's a young man that really had himself an afternoon. First start ever in the NFL, and he really brought him back, didn't he? 11 out of 22, 162 yards. He did throw for 3 interceptions, but he came up some very clutch throws. Stay tuned now as the NFL Today continues after this word from your local station.
This is CBS.
Back once again at the Silverdome in Pontiac, Michigan. Let's go down to the field and Sonny Jurgensen.
Thank you, Frank. First of all, Joe Theismann, congratulations and happy birthday.
Thanks, Sonny. I'll tell you, it's the best birthday present I've ever had. It's 30 years today for me. My son Joey at home, it's his too, so this is for him. But I'll tell you, we just can't stand prosperity. We get up 21 points, and you sit there and you say, you dream about football games like this when you get a chance to relax. We look like we're in control of it. Then we go out, we fumble the football. We go out again, we fumble the football. We go out again, we can't eat any time off the clock. We're going to have to put a stop to it if we want to go anywhere, I'll tell you that much.
Tell me something, when Riggins fumbled with about 13 minutes to go in the fourth quarter, were you thinking of the Houston Oilers game?
No, not as much as thinking about a 2-minute drill that I was going to have to get myself into at the end of the ball game. I figured if they scored there, 3rd and 7, I thought our defense was going to stop them, and we had a short yardage offense coming out down there. It just, it was flashbacks of last year here when we had to come from behind, very far behind, and pull it out. And a little bit of Houston went through my mind, yeah, but I'm glad it stayed away this time.
It had to feel comfortable, a little more comfortable this week, having that third timeout in that last 2 minutes that you were able to use, stop the clock there for the Mosley field goal.
I'll tell you, that's right. And the second thing is, it's the second time we've been in a 2-minute drill. You know, the more times you run it, the better off you feel. I don't want to make a habit of it, but I felt pretty good going out there, and the guys hung together. The crowd noise in here is unbelievable, and we managed to get a lot of plays off, even as loud as they were. You know, if you walk away from the line too often, they're just going to keep on yelling. It gets worse and worse, and you lose momentum. So I tried to just keep the ball in play. The guys made key catches. John got out of bounds a couple times. Ricky put a great move to get open on the last one to get out of bounds, and I'm very happy.
Congratulations to you and the Redskins, Joe. Good luck next week. Now back up to Frank.
12 out of 19 for 182 yards for Joe Theismann on this Sunday afternoon in Detroit. Fine job by the Washington Redskins as they get the winning field goal from Mark Mosley, 41 yards away with 12 seconds left to play. And what turned out to be quite a ball game, as we said. Redskins got in front 17-3 at halftime, got the early touchdown in the third period, which would have demoralized a lot of teams. 24-3, but then on came the Lions. Let's check some of the other scores for you around the NFL before we leave you. This is a final score. The Bears pouring it on the Vikings. Maybe a long year for Minnesota. 26-7 in that one. That, of course, the NFC Central Division battle. Packers came from behind, or are coming from behind. They trailed at halftime 12-0. They lead New Orleans 28-19. That game is now in the fourth period. The Giants and St. Louis battling in the third quarter with the Cardinals leading 27-14. They were down 14-0. It's been a day of come from behind ball games. Buffalo pouncing on Cincinnati. Bengals having their problems. Fourth period score 44-17 in favor of the Buffalo Bills. Pittsburgh romping over Houston. Everybody figured this probably be the closest game of the day in the league. And New England really pouring it on the New York Jets. Touchdown passes galore from Steve Grogan. Tampa Bay and Baltimore still in action in the second period with Baltimore owning a 17-13 lead in that one. Our final score, once again, Washington Redskins beating the Detroit Lions by a score of 27-24. Turned out to be quite a game, Sonny.
It really did. The fact that what Theismann said, they can't stand prosperity. They had a big lead. They did it against the Oilers last week, too. Yet they hung in there. And he's right. The more you work the 2-minute drill, the more work you get on it, the better off you're going to be, and you're going to learn how to be successful in it. And they were today.
Well, they keep it exciting. There is no question about that. Do the Washington Redskins, and they return home next Monday night to take on the New York Giants in an NFC Eastern Division battle. Lions now 0-2. Will have to travel to New York next weekend as they take on the New York Jets. who aren't going to get any sympathy, I'll tell you whatsoever, because the Jets had their problems too. A reminder, stay tuned now. The U.S. Open Tennis Championships coming up next on CBS from Flushing Meadow in New York, the men's and the women's finals. Our final score once again, Washington 27, Detroit 24. For Sonny Jurgensen, this is Frank Lieber telling you that the NFL on CBS is a presentation of CBS Sports.